don't care. Walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, prove it on yourself. Revisit your act, return tough and real. Living on a timeline, been there, done that, cold up and dread. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. Ready to relish everyday desire. Good fire, lighting up the way. Let go what holds us back. Take over, feeling different together. Breaking the barrier. Plus a better time. 'Cause we can zigzag, show them this is our own track. Look out, we won't get caught up. Don't care, walking the dust off.
What it is, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing today? Crystal, Daniel, Bonnie, appreciate y'all tuning in. We back on some Withering Waves. Latralius, what it is. Bro, we did a lot of testing yesterday with these fusion characters, but I'm really happy. I'm only missing one thing that I really want to improve upon. Other than that, I'm chilling. And I think I'm going to try to improve on it today. Like, I want to see how much mats I have first before I do any wild things, bro. We're at 294. We're still good. How much stamina do we have? We still got some. Why is there a birthday cake over here? The fuck is this? Why is there a birthday cake there, chat? Is there a new event? Oh shit, what? Oh, this thing is still around? Is this like a permanent thing? Oh shit, okay, well yeah, I'm not doing that. That's weird. I didn't know that thing was there. Bro, I don't know how I was doing more than your brand on the burst. Mine has 0 basic from Echoes. Let's see. Wait, were you buffing or unbuffed? Completely unbuffed. Because when I changed my brand around, it was weird. Like, he hits hard, and he's so consistent. But, he does hit generally lower than my other one. But if we're doing it in a like long period or just in any general fight, I do feel having that crit is way better because it just guarantees the big damage every time rather than like, oh fuck, I didn't do this much damage. You know what I mean? Let's check my brand. So this is my current brand. 72 crit rate, 272 crit damage with 2,900 attack. You really gotta check your stats. And then my basic attack damage is really low. It's only 19, bro. And I'm pretty sure I get that from, I don't even know, from the weapon, I think. Yeah, I don't even know where I get that. Do I have that somewhere in here? Oh yeah, there you go. I got a little bit of basic attack. I got 1 basic attack. I don't even know where I'm getting the rest from. But yeah. I'm talking about before we were both building. Oh, like way back in the day. Remember we did the calculation? So, if I'm not mistaken, I had more basic attack, but you had more regular attack. So, when we averaged it out, that attack percentage that you had over me was like 200, bro. 200 points. So, that definitely made a big impact. That's what was going on there, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's see. I plan to farm some 1 cost today. And we're going to start off easy. Wait, before I do that, let me check what my Shangli actually needs.
Plan with convention, then
So I could farm, because this is kind of decent. This is good, bro. This is gonna hurt to replace. Crit damage really high, energy regen, attack relatively high, resonance skill damage. This is a hard piece to replace. So we're just gonna have to, you know, tough it out and see. And then we get this one that's pretty much the same. Attack, crit damage, skill, and energy regen. That's a troll and a half, bro. Alright. So we could definitely farm the one dude. Let's get us some food. Yo, talking about food, hold on. Talking about food, hold on. Did you do any changes to your brand? Because I know your brand definitely hits harder than my brand now. But my brand is consistent. I haven't gotten this in like 2 months, bro. So like I'm struggling. This is the one thing that you gotta buy every day, every week. I mean,
We've got a variety of produce here.
make sure you're always getting this, bro. And make sure I'm not. I gotta stock up on some of these things, bro.
Thank you for shopping at Mahu's. Your order is ready. Thank you for shopping at Mahu's. Your order is ready.
There we go.
Great food.
Yeah, I hadn't touched the Echoes until yesterday, and I'm telling you, you might want to do that, bro. Another daily? That's crazy. Crit damage, just aura plus high consistent crits. Mine's overpriced ass eggs. Hey, bro, you gotta get them eggs, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm in the exact same boat as you right now, Zan. It's the exact same boat. I have a really good piece, but it's like I still want to replace it because I want that crit rate on there. I want to improve like all her echoes. I want to make her really strong. Because I'm heavily thinking about getting her weapon, bro. And I know I probably shouldn't. Like, getting her weapon, dude. I probably shouldn't, but I kind of really want to. I'll show you what I'm running on Brant.
I shall have no.
To which stage will life guide us?
I'm still running crit damage on my Brant, bro. He just has high crit rate.
Whatever it is,
Crit rate.
my roll to the full.
That's a high crit rate piece. Oh, wait. Crit rate, decently high. Decently high. Maxed. And decently high. Yeah, I'm still running that crit damage. Look at the stats, bro. 272 and 72. It's still at 255 energy regen. And I don't mind, but I do have a little bit of attack everywhere, right? Like I got a little bit of liberation, a little bit of heavy. Not that you need any of those, but yeah, a little bit of basic, a little bit of skill. Not that you need it, but they're all kind of there, you know? So at least they're not like a bunch of defense or whatever stats, at least. Oh, and then my Lupa also got very consistent now. She's at 72 as well with 274. So she's very good, and I believe she gets some crit from one of her things. Is it this one? Yeah, there you go. So you perform Resonance Liberation, and then you get 20% crit rate right after the Resonance Liberation. So she's technically at 92 crit rate. Wait, why can't you do that? What's up with this?
Guide us next.
Oh, because of the crit. I mean, what's the base crit rate on it without R5?
I'll play my role to the
It's probably like 8, right? You'll only be missing 8, bro. So you can definitely still reach like 70 crit rate. You just got to get 2 high rolls on your pieces. Because I have like a 7 roll. You could definitely still get 70%. Look, you invested into Zhang Liao. Now you know. After you get your Havoc team set up, the next character to invest on, bro. You already know who it is, bro. Bransicle for your fusion team. How far do I gotta go for this one? Yeah, that's not too far. What up, Sendovius? Crazy how he didn't join us in VC yesterday, Zeno. Crazy behavior, bro. There we go. We got a whole roster over here, bro. Yo, Huntress, thank you so much. Look at you using Captain Cabinets, bro. I swear to God, every time I see Lupa and I hear Lupa, it's literally Captain Cabinets, bro. It is what it is. She just doesn't want to tell us, but she actually got paid to voice these characters. To voice Lupa. I'm absolutely talking trash. That's not true, but, you know. It was part of the joke, okay? Where am I going now? Let's go here. 7 out of 10 joke. Damn, bro. You just hurt my feelings, bro. I'm gonna just go to Kuro Fest to feel better. But I love how smooth every character in the fusion team feels to play. It's actually crazy. Was busy building the DD base, finally got done, and you couldn't build the DD base while you chatted up with us? That's crazy. I'd be flat out building bases and chatting it up, bro. Luke's out there yapping away and Zeno's in the background hiding from us. Crazy, bro, crazy. Next week, though, with the base, it should be a lot better, though, since now we have a more consistent build. And it should be a lot bigger than what we've been using. So that's good, because it's a double. How far is this? Oh, no, we good. That shit up there somewhere? It is up there. Oh, hell no. See, bro, and then you have the people that be like, no, they shouldn't add flying to 1.0 areas because I don't go there anymore. So they shouldn't add it because you don't go there anymore. What about us that do go there, bro? What if someone pulls a Shang Li and they want to build her? You know what I mean? Flying is life, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Your brand doesn't have... Yeah, bro, that's how my brand was. I was missing 2 crit rolls on my brand as well. So I had to, like, literally sit there and get a bunch of echoes for him. Because we didn't need crit on our brand, bro. Exactly. So right now, you're at... With the buff, you're at 70, bro. With the buff. All you gotta do is literally get you those 2 crit rolls. Maybe get 1 max if possible. And you're at like 90 something, bro. If you can. Like, yeah, like 90. And I don't know if your other rolls are low as hell. So, really depends. Is it up there? What the fuck? Oh. I'm gonna die. 1 area, definitely new reviews. I'd rather be built around new ways to traverse. So the way I see it is they should make it so if they're gonna make it a new way to traverse, it's at a point where like flight could always be a thing, But the best place, in my opinion, that they could have done a new way to traverse the map was this area here. Where the fuck is it? Well, this map be weird because I can't zoom out all the way. Give me gangrene. Right here. It should have been this area, right? Where you could have used the gondola to go from like anywhere here and then like just traverse through all these little islands, right? Instead of flying, but you can fly across, right? But it would have been good to use the gondola over here and maybe put things like echoes and stuff in the water. That would have been nice, right? But in maps like this, flying is just gonna, like, there is no other way that's gonna be more enjoyable to traverse a map than flying. And a lot of people be like, oh, well, if you got flying, you're really not gonna explore the map. That's not true. I'd still be running around the map, bro. I still run around the map. But the reality of it is that flying just makes it better when you're grinding echoes, because you could just get from point A to point B a lot faster. Bro, make it. There we go. What? It wasn't here? Crazy. So where the hell's the dough?
Beyond my beloved horizon. Brad salutes you.
That's some attack.
I love how even her echo kind of looks like her own attack. It's so good. Yeah, and 1.0 is still the, I think it's still the biggest map they have. So running around this map is freaking AIDS, bro. Or for example, they don't want to give us flying in here. Give us like a mount or something, like a freaking hoverboard or something to just move faster. You know, just any way to move faster is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Alright, they want Brand to just nuke him. I'm cooked at ER3 cost and 1 cost need to be changed. I have no ER3 cost and my 1 cost has 10 ER and 21 crit damage. Ooh. Yeah, that's how I was, bro. I had some really good echoes, but I had to change them, bro. Trust me, like, it just feels so much better. Especially when you're doing the like, solo Brand, if you're just playing Brand on his own, he could pass off without having that crit rate. Because you're just hitting so many times with him. But if you're doing him in a rotation, bro, I'm telling you, it makes such a big difference. You always see the big numbers, which is so nice. I'm really enjoying Lost Sword.
Cowering prey.
I got my Lost Sword running right here.
That's some attack.
Done with... Actually, no. I haven't done Augusta pre-farming yet. I need to farm 2 echoes, if I'm not mistaken. I need to farm a 4 cost, and I need to farm a 1 cost. I might actually farm some 4 costs today for Augusta. I might low-key do that.
Brad salutes you. In the limelight.
4 cost... I'm running her on 4-4-1-1-1. She is getting a new 4 cost. I've already seen it. Let me put it to you like this. 95% of people are going to run her on 4-4-1-1-1. I'm just letting you know right now. Wait. 95% of people that get her dupes. If you don't get her dupes, you're running her on 3-2. But I'm getting her dupes. And with dupes, you kind of have to get her on 4-4-1-1-1. What the fuck is this thing? Oh, yeah.
I hear cowering prey.
Yeah, for S2. Bro, it feels like he hits so hard. It feels like he hits so hard now that he's always critting is actually insane. Yeah, we were literally doing that testing on you know our personal minds. I almost said too much, but yeah, we were testing, bro. And there's gonna be a lot of problems with that S2, bro. There's gonna be a lot of problems with that S2 if people were giving the GOAT brand shit because of how difficult he was to build. They are gonna be doo-dooing on some of the things regarding Augusta, bro. They're gonna be making a big deal out of her. You're 100% right on that. It's gonna be near impossible to get that max S2 passive, which is actually insane, bro. Like, it's actually insane how hard it's gonna be to get that shit. Good thing I am getting S6 though, so that's a good thing on my end. But yeah, it is. How did I get double hit there? That's sketch. But yeah, it's definitely something else. Nah, see, it's not about making a character easy to build or hard to build. It's like, when it's near impossible to build, it's like, bro, people say Brant is hard to build. Brant is not hard to build. To this day, people still say, well, Brant is great, but you should really consider not getting him because he's hard to build. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Brant is not hard to build. He has multiple options for weapons that will allow you to hit 255. And if you get his weapon, he's extremely easy to build. So he has free-to-play alternatives. And then if you get his weapon, you can build him however the fuck you want. DPS, sub-DPS, whatever. When I'm telling you, bro, what's her face? Augusta is actually a bitch to get that S2 rolling, bro. Especially because of her weapon stat, bro. Her weapon has super low crit rate so far, unless they change it. No, we have not tried that yet. Oh, you were asking them, have y'all tried sequences? Nah. We gotta try the sequences later. Bro, we literally did the calculations, and even running 4-4, right? Double crit rate with Shorekeeper buff, with Shorekeeper crit rate buff, with her signature weapon, she still and crit rate on every echo piece, she still struggles to reach that cap for her crit rate. It's like, what the fuck? At S2. At S2. It's like, what the fuck? Don't let anyone make you stray from your path. S6 Chisa is still possible. Bro, Galbrina. What's her face? Augusta just looks amazing, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Augusta's gameplay it's insane. I love her gameplay. I love the way she looks. And in all reality, my favorite models of characters in this game are the big women. And Galbrina, or not Galbrina, Augusta is a big woman. So I like that. That's more than enough reason for me to get her. It's like Zanny, but with bait on less C6, not even worth considering about double. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. We were testing damage on her, and she was looking pretty solid at not S2 at base in terms of damage. And we're going to do more testing. But I'm pretty sure S2, if you're able to guess, the problem with it is the reality of building around the S2, bro, is that it's going to be a bitch to build around that S2. So like, if you have S6 at that point, you could probably build the character however you want. You get what I mean? Because it's S6, it doesn't really matter. But the reality of it is that if you build around the S2, you better have some like god tier echoes to get her rolling. Otherwise, you're gonna be out here struggling, bro. You're gonna be stressing to maximize that S2. You're still gonna be hitting great numbers, but yeah. You hear literal thunder when you hear her liberation. A thunderclap. That's her thighs clapping, bro. That thunder that you hear when Augusta does her liberation is her thighs clapping together, bro.
I hear cowering prey.
I hear cowering prey. Bro, she's so cool when she fights. I love the way Lupa fights. I know she doesn't have the damage of like a crazy DPS, but she just feels so good when she fights. See, like, if y'all don't want flight in 1.0 areas, at least give us a fucking hoverboard. Give me a scooter. Give me anything, because this running around shit's kind of AIDS. And I got Fupa, bro, and she runs fast, but still. It'll be a huge drama, worse than it was with Zani, and to be honest, I'm surprised no one shits on for Loa. She's literally in the same situation as Zani was. So, the thing with Zani was that there was no other option to really run a solid Spectral Frazzle. Like, yeah, you have Spectral Rover, but like, she could still do work. But in all reality, bro, like, it's like I told people, bro, Zani and the Spectral Frazzle comp is my second favorite comp in the game. It feels amazing to play. And you can play Zani with other characters. You can play her with Spectral Rover or whatever. But the reality of it is that S0 Zani is very clunky. And then S0 Zani with no Phoebe is like watching paint dry. Like, you're not going to have fun with that comp. You're just not, in my opinion. Can you do it? Sure, you can do it. You can beat this game with a freaking YOOOO. You can beat this game with what? Don Jin. But is it going to be fun, enjoyable? No, it's not. Thunder Thighs. Exactly, bro. That's Augusta. What the fuck is this? Hey, yo, let me kill these two real quick.
I hear cowering.
If leaks are true, Augusta's signature going to be the biggest gap between signature and standard weapons. I don't know about that, but I know that I'm not liking something from Augusta's weapon. It's very fucking weird. It does have very high attack, but I don't like that crit rate on it. Relova has literally no replacement to make her work as off-field other than Kanta. True, but I mean, it's like one of those things that at every point, every time they introduce a new unit that works very differently, it's always going to have no, like, specific synergy apart from maybe one other unit that works in that roster. Like, for example, if they introduce Galbrina, I wouldn't be surprised if Galbrina doesn't really work as well with, like, Lupa, Brent, or Shangli. You're probably able to run them together because the reality of it is that Lupa, Brent, and Shangli are all three characters that you can almost slot into almost any team because they're so quick to quick swap and their movesets are smooth and flowing. But I wouldn't be surprised if Galbrina, if she's a fusion DPS, she doesn't work with any of these units. Maybe with just Lupa, but she doesn't work with anybody else or with a Brent. Like, it's eventually going to happen where these units that are introduced, if they have new kits, they work completely different than everything else we have. You know what was the real travesty? The fact that Frolova, when she does all her buffs, you're able to see all her stats increase, right? Like, I've seen people with like 400 crit damage Frolovas, right? And you could see it reflected on the stat sheet. Whereas, where's Cardathea, you don't see her buff reflected on the stat sheet. That is a real travesty. No one, bro, the thing is that I feel that it's like the time and place for drama regarding certain things. Like, for example, no one pointed out how Zani and Phoebe are the only synergistic team in the game that has a feature that literally nerfs one of its characters for running together. No other team does that. No other synergistic team like literally like cucks the other character for running it together. Whereas Zani cucks what's her face? Phoebe when they're ran on the same team. Even though Phoebe's supposed to be like a battery or whatever, it still cucks Phoebe, which is crazy. No one talked about that at all. I think I might actually like Augusta. She does good damage without having to wait through a 4-second liberation animation. Augusta's fire. Orlova can work with anyone because all she needs is someone to cast an echo skill. I have Orlova, I have her build, but I haven't even used her, bro. She's just sitting in the cut. One day, if they make it so it's easier for us to get resources, or if I end up skipping some units, I'll build other characters, or I'll go back to mid-max some of the characters, like I've been doing with my fusion team lately.
I hear cowering prey.
But I doubt it. Why the fuck do I got that? I don't know.
Winds of the wild.
She literally works. So we have someone saying that she only works with Cantarella, and then we have someone else saying that she works with anybody. That's crazy. That's like the complete polar opposite. What the fuck's the door for this? The fuck? How do I get in here? I have not made a Perlova video. Bro, I didn't make a Perlova video. I didn't make a Lupa video. I know I'm slacking. I was talking to my girl yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to... I always wait, but I think I'm just going to drop these videos. Where is this, bro? Like, what? I think I'm just going to drop my build videos. Shinofe, I don't know. The person that said it extremely reads their kids. Like, not everybody, but several of the people from my Discord, they spend hours doing testing on units. Like, not just talking about, you know, theory crafting. Like, they literally run teams and build. But it's like I was saying earlier. A lot of units can be run with a lot of characters. They're not going to be the best. There's always going to be the one team that's the best to run things with. Other than that, can a unit work with other characters? That's where, you know. She works with Cantarella because she activates more echo skills, but anyone can do it, so she's not as restricted as Zani. Oh yeah, 100%. Zani's extremely restricted in that sense. You need Spectral Frazzle characters to really get usage out of Zani, right? Whereas you can run for Lova on other teams and still trigger the buffs. Bro, I don't know where this thing is at. Like, and since I can't fly, I gotta fucking run around for 5 minutes. It's down there somewhere, bro. I'm gonna just teleport fucking here, I guess. I don't even know. You know, it'd be cool if you grinded echoes. Rover got better at in specific areas, so you could aim for specific element of specific type and spawn more of them. I don't even know what you just said, brother. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even know what you meant. It's like if you don't have Brant in your fusion team, it's still gonna work fine, but some DPS lost. If you don't have Brant in your fusion team, your account is bricked. If you don't have Brant, your account is bricked. I'm just saying, bro. The Brant glaze is real. I'll be running for Lova, Augusta, Kanta, and I hope to roll Crit rate Nightmare Crownless to use Camellia set on Kanta and have 3 DPS units in that team. Total overkill. Hey bro, if you got them units well built at this point, you could run anything, bro. Like I could probably run right now. Shit. I could run like Brant, Cardithea, and Augusta, and I'll kill everything. That is the beauty of this game. Wait, did I miss him over here? Yeah, I did. I know I don't need this, but just in case, I'm gonna get him. Yeah, I have no idea where this thing is at, bro. Like, how the hell is this not there? That's so weird.
Winds of the wild. I hear cowering prey.
I'm gonna get them orange. I'm gonna get them oranges here, bro. They're bitter berries. Yo, chill. Let me get my oranges, bro. Fuck. I'm trying to die. Damn, she caked up. There they are. Now you die for making me walk around so much. They dead. Man, and I got this doodoo. Hey, but that's good though. Building your Cantarella on a different set. Like, at the end of the day, the way I see it is like, this game is too easy. So it allows people to build interesting builds. A lot of people don't do it, bro. A lot of people always go for the standard, the basic. But when you get to run different teams, it's actually interesting. When you put different things on different characters. They don't always got to be about the absolute, you know, best damage or whatever it may be. Sometimes little gimmicky things are better. What the hell is that? Oh hell no, they're sending me to the gulag halfway across the map and shit. Lupa, yeah, I love Lupa. Even though she's not a like big woman, you know, like Shangloi, I still like her. She's pretty and she's badass. And she's sexy, so I like that. I like that about the character. It's like 4 good things that mix. I don't mind them at all. I remember that so well. That was the only area I couldn't find for the longest time. It was hilarious looking back at my ignorance. Hey, it happens to the best of us until you actually find the hole. Searching for the hole is what gets a lot of people lost in many different aspects of life.
I hear cowering prey.
I wonder if we'll get a horde attacker DPS soon. YOOOO has the buff and no one really wants it. Hey, yo, but like, I know someone that loves YOOOO. I don't play no YOOOO. A lot of people don't consider what role the unit can play in the team. Yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't actually test units for themselves to the point where they're like specifically seeing where they fit on the team, how they rotate, how their rotation feels. A lot of people just go for like the cookie cutter builds that like, oh, this is what most people are saying you run on it. Oh, this is what this YouTuber said you run on it. And it's like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what someone else said to run. Like, test it for yourself, see how it feels on your team with your rotations, and then, you know, that's what really makes a difference. Bro, why do I have this yee ass mission on my shit? I never finished it. What is all this? I got way too many quests, bro. Where do I gotta go now? Anybody that does coordinated attacks and work with YOOOO, you just have better options. True. Yeah, I have so many quests, it's actually crazy. I keep saying I want to do them, but goddamn. I be getting stressed, bro. You wish YOOOO was a DPS? Hey, I have someone in the Discord that built YOOOO. They shared her kit today. Not her kit, her build today. I mean, I feel that I have to have a stream where I just do a little bit of story just to start clearing out my freaking backlog of content. I still think we will get a Havoc heavy attack coordinated character to fill in for Lova and Kanta and ditch Rosha. I wouldn't be surprised. Rosha feels pretty decent on that team from what I heard, though. I'm more interested about the fact that Camellia is kind of just hanging there. Because you run Camellia with Rosha, right? And then what's the third character? So I feel like Havoc is not fully cooked on either aspect just yet. Did I kill them all, or like what just happened? Why did it just disappear? That's so random. People like, yeah, people do like, I mean, they don't like watching story reactions when the story first drops, but yeah. Look, we have a nice little Memphis over here. What up, buddy? It's been a minute since I farmed you. He ain't take no damage. That's crazy. Go. Don't give any stories a rating of 7 out of 10. Hey, bro, if the story's a 7 out of 10, I'll rate it a 7 out of 10.
I hit cowering prey.
I've liked almost every story from WuWa so far, I think. There hasn't been really any story. I mean, then again, I don't remember every story. But usually when they drop a patch with a story, they always cook with it. There hasn't really been a patch that I've been like, shit, this trash. Yeah, Rosha's grouping is so good. Like, bro, I remember even before she dropped, I just saw her gameplay, and I was like, yeah, she's definitely going to be insane. People, nah, bro, you have Sanhua. Sanhua's better. You don't need Rosha if you got Sanhua. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? People don't be analyzing everything that a unit brings to the table. It's not just about the buffs or the damage. It's about the gameplay, their movesets. For example, a thing that a lot of people could agree on, right, is when Gion dropped, you look at Gion's kit and that's one thing, right? But then you look at Gion's gameplay and the reality is that Gion had the ability to pretty much auto parry everything. You'd just be fucking mashing attack and Gion would be auto parrying everything. That's not something that you see in their kit. Like, you can't read that nowhere. But when you play with the character, you notice it. And you understand it. It's the same with Rosha, bro. People were just talking about the buffs that she gave to basic attack and such, and that how you didn't need them because you had Sanhua. From what the Dark Scrolls have told me, Yuno will be one of the most disappointing characters. I saw Yuno gameplay. Yuno actually looks pretty good, but I will say when I was seeing them, you know, being played, something about their functionality in kit seems weird, bro. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'll have to see more gameplay and keep testing. Majoga was good. Welcome to the stream. If I had listened to everyone, I wouldn't have Rocha. Exactly. You just gotta, you know, check for yourself, do the testing, and then make up your mind. But look at her just chilling there, bro. Like, woo. They should have made the pole go right in between her cheeks. That's all I'm saying, bro. My homie recently pulled Rocha for his S1 Camellia for Whimpering Woods, and he has not looks like he'll ever take her. Yeah, bro. She just feels so good for, like, whimpering and just gathering echoes as a whole. I don't use her because I don't like her character model, but... And also, I don't play with the Havoc team. My Havoc team is all over the place. I have strong-ass Cantarella. I have a strong-ass Camellia. And then I have a weak-ass Rocha and a weak-ass Frolova. So it's like Camellia and Cantarella just feels weird. It just feels like it doesn't feel as synergistic as my other team, so I don't like running it. Maybe one day I'll make it better. But for now, I'm not feeling it. I could get some dupes on Frolova, but with freaking Augusta, Chisa right around the corner, and then 3.0 and all that, I don't want to go too crazy with the pulls right now. Low key though, if I would have gotten an S6 Frolova, I'd probably be rocking a Frolova team right now. Just to, you know, with freaking my strong ass Cantarella and then Frolova on there, bro. Ooh, we would have been seeing some interesting damage, bro. Even though I'm not a big fan of Cantarella's gameplay. Bro, I like how Lupa and Brant both sound like they sound serious, but they both be laughing and shit when they're fighting and whooping their enemy's ass. Straight up disrespectful, bro. Where are we going now? Why is there so many of these everywhere? What the fuck? Speaking of Rocha, the poll from yesterday's stream, bro, what did the poll from yesterday end up winning? I don't remember. It was, the question was, what would you rather, a male Zani, a grown-up Rocha, like to be added to the game, a grown-up Rocha, a male Zani, a grown female Ling Yang, and what was the last option, bro? I don't remember what the last option was. Or maybe that's it? No, that's only 3. There's one more. Female Brant. Yeah, female Brant. What was the winner? I don't remember. I choose female Brant, not a lolly though. Boop. Yeah, like still the same size as Brant, just female. I can't even beat this thing. This thing is like God tier right here for me. Look at that, bro. Immune to my damage. I want more enemies like this. So then I have to switch. Look at this, bro. Straight up immune. God tier. Look, I'm doing full combos. Nothing. OP, bro. Does the echo damage it? Nope. Let's go. Last time I checked, I think Rocha was the option ahead. For me, it was either female Rocha or a grown-up female Rocha, like I'm talking about like this grown-up, not like this, like full-on grown, like 27-year-old Rocha, or grown, once again, full-size woman like this, Ling Yang. Because Ling Yang, in that option, reminds me of that character from Honkai Star Rail. I forget what the name of it is, bro. There's a character in Star Rail that would look like a grown-up version of Ling Yang if it was a woman, obviously. I just don't know the name of it. Fuck, I gotta go up there. Is there not like a little jumpy thing here? There is. Nice. Mine was the same one with Ling Yang? Yeah. That's not a bad option. Fei Zhao. Yeah, there you go. Bro, tell me, like, when I said a grown-up female version of Ling Yang, that's not literally what comes to mind. That's what comes to mind to me, bro. I gotta go down? Oh, hell no. They're trolling, chat. What? Bro, last time I did this, I was looking for this thing for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to look for something else. I do not know where this thing is. Oh, there we go. There's a cave. Never mind. I found a hole. See what I mean, bro? Looking for the hole is the end goal for most human beings at the end of the day. How did I not get do I not have Echo Food active? Hell nah. Hold on. Where's my food? Right here. I found it. I have found you, my brethren. How big is the AoE on this? That was ass. Yo, can you see her buff? You can, bro. Look at this. Bro, I wish I had 8% more crit rate. That would be beautiful. If I had 8% more crit rate, that would be so... Can I get 8% more crit rate somewhere? I can get like 3 here. I can't get shit there. I can get like 3 here. I can get like 4 here. I would have to mid-max like crazy, but I could get 100% crit rate on her, which would be insane. Unnecessary, but, you know. Getting 100% crit rate on this team is just so smooth. If I can eventually get my Shang Li to have even higher crit rate, it's going to be nice, bro. With over 300 crit damage. At this point, I'd low-key... I'd even go down to flat 300 crit damage as long as I can get her to like 70 crit rate, bro. Which won't happen, but yeah, that'll be nice. Augusta's S2 on the other hand is gonna have us geeking when it drops, bro. I'll tell you that. Bro, though, I will say, though, Shang Li feels like she hits hard when I'm playing her on this team right now. Like, this is my current Shang Li stats, bro. 71 with 318. That's not bad. That's not bad. But, it bothers me, bro. I want, like, if I get at least like 80 on here, bro, I'd be a lot happier. Because everything, like, this has 100% crit rate. This has 90 something crit rate. So this was my lowest crit rate on my team, which is still not bad. It's still 71 with 318, but I wanted to be a little higher, you know. Let me get this. I haven't ran my Carlotta in forever. Where's my Carlotta at? This is my Carlotta. Unbuffed. This is where she's at. Oh shit, I gotta check my stats on here. I'm playing another game on the side, bro, and I should open it on my computer, actually. Instead of having it on my phone, so y'all know what I'm doing. It's called Etheria Restart. Some people have heard about it. Other people don't like it. Some people do. Some people don't. I've been loving it, though. I will tell you that. A lot of people say it's very pay to win. I don't know, man. Ooh, that's a good piece. There we go. Send it again. I can't wait to fly it in the older regions, even if it's temporary. Hope you're enjoying it. Enjoying what, Zeno? That's criminal. Yeah, she probably still destroys content anyway. What's criminal?
I hit cowering prey.
Cypher, you hating on my flow. That's crazy. Why is she criminal, bro? What's wrong with her? She's a law-abiding citizen, bro. Are you gonna try to make the pre-farm video? Yes, I will actually. I will. If anything changes, I'm gonna say it on the video. I'm gonna say like, yo, all of these things are subject to change. Did you send me the stuff, bro? For us to like actually know to make the video of? Oh, hell no. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'll actually say that. I'll be like, yo, if there are any changes, I'll pin it in the comments. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. If anything, I'll do that tomorrow. I might even do a little bit of it today if you send me the images. Yeah, thank you, Zaniel. Appreciate that, bro. Wait, what the fuck? Fuck, I was supposed to go above. See, that's why we need flying, bro. I might try to beat one of my times in holograms today. I don't remember what time. I still look at it and it's kind of slow, bro. Slow, bro. Bro, I keep forgetting to do my video about sus. I should do it today. I might do that today as I do the other video as well. I can't fly. I keep fucking forgetting. Just people, I might do it again, bro, because I want to drop it. Just people trying to beat my times in holograms, which are by no means very fast. Like, they are fast, but I know there are people out there that can do way better. Have I done the new events, the puzzle events? No, I have not done the puzzle event. Every time I try a puzzle event, people crucify me if I don't get the puzzle solved in my first try, bro. They're like, how dare you not have the puzzle solved on your first try? You're trash, bro. I gotta do an intro to the sus video first, though, because there's no intro in there. So I gotta do that. Gotta record that. They were pretty easy. Okay, good. I think you underestimate my skill issue, though. So you know. Bro, I bet my SK Yinlin and Yao hologram time with Yohu, Yinlin, and Yao today. Oh, you beat it? Okay. Hell yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, it's one of those things where the more you do them holograms, the more you learn. Did I kill everything? Okay, we've done enough farming, and I don't even think I got one piece. Let's go do some holograms for like a good 10 minutes. It just lagged all weird. Let's see which hologram we can beat the time up today. Let's see. The hell are the holograms? Am I retarded, chat? Where's the... Right here. I'm dumb. I am retarded. Hecate? Could I beat Hecate in less than 27 seconds? with a pre-charge ult on my Tiny. She starts moving too much, though. That's the problem. She starts moving too much, bro. Fallacy got 14 seconds on the clock. That's actually crazy. I don't know, though. 27 seconds seems like low. Let's try Kelpie first. Let's try Kelpie. Let's go with... What? I forgot how it was, bro. If you glitch the fate... I don't even know how to do that. Yeah, I want to try Cardathea and see if I could do it, but it's one of those things where you just got to sit there and try the combos. Let me put some food on real quick. Boom. And then we got to do this. There we go. Now we got to do... A faster fallacy? Fallacy's kind of crazy, though. 14-second fallacy? Yeah, I could... Fallacy's strong against what again? Spectro, right? Or is it Arrow? I don't remember. Alright, let's try this.
In war with time. Physical damage detect. Sentinel protects me.
Shucks, I don't have all day. Come at me. My shield can withstand more than that. Reduce to that.
Okay. I don't think that was faster. Ugh, that was not faster. Alright, we got to do that again. Start D5 Akade, load Cardi up, load floor release up, go into D6, nuke first phase. Sometimes she glitches and doesn't use the wheels between phases. Then just full rotation with Sia, Kona, nuke, and Cardi combo. Maybe it'll work. You just broke that down like a chess game, brother. Homie gave my smooth brain a little stroke there. It started twitching, bro. All right, let's see. Yes, I got them videos loaded up right now. I'm gonna be reacting in a little bit. We have 3 videos to react to today. One is based about the whole drama that's been going on with the, you know, the drama. The other one is how to improve Withering Waves, another video about that. And then the other one's just a funny skit video that we got to react to later. I know I'm going to be on there for like an hour, so I haven't, you know, done it. Whoops. All right, let's do this one more time. Maybe I don't need full... Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go straight into you. Let's go straight into it like this.
Dark forces approach. Be on guard. Crystals.
Let's see.
No problem. I can spare a minute to knock some heads around. You've made it
Ain't no way he hit me as he landed. He just made me lose some time there. That's crazy.
stand in my way. Reduce to dust.
If he hadn't hit me back, I would have, you know. I mean, I got a new record, but still. Still depends on the fact if you can one-shot Hecate first phase. I can probably one-shot Hecate. Maybe. Appreciate you, Aqua. Tune in by YouTube. Drop a like on YouTube too, Aqua. Alright, let's see. Let's do this one more time. We go boom.
Modulation.
Maybe I don't even need to do the full. Maybe I don't even need to do the full buffs on it, or debuffs on it. Never mind, I did need to do the buff on it. I did need to do the buff on it. Cypher, you gotta quit gacha, bro. I'm telling you, anybody that has a problem with the way that the gacha environment goes, you gotta quit gacha, bro. It's too, you know, you're setting up yourself for failure at that point.
Iron graft you knew. Okay, loading.
All right, let's see. Let's do this again.
Dark forces approach.
All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Come at me.
Why you gotta go in the air, though?
Personal now.
Nah, he went up in the air too long, bro. Yeah. Definitely gotta hit him with the double peeps. Definitely gotta hit him with the double peeps to do more damage. We're reaching the gacha. Bro, let's be honest. The gacha drama will always be a thing. It's one of those scenarios that if you're in the environment where the CC's covering the game, like, there's always gonna be drama, right? There's always gonna be like random people posting on Twitter and shit like that. But if the CCs around the game are dramatic, there's always going to be drama. It's just that simple. Yeah, if you don't know about any drama, just stay chilling. Don't even worry about drama. In all reality, drama's trash. The only reason y'all see me involved with drama is because I'm trying to get clicks, bro. I keep it a stack. But in all honesty, I could care less about drama and why people be hating each other regarding their takes or what. It ain't that serious for me. I don't care if Billy Bob loves the game, hates the game. If Lil Ginny over here thinks this character's trash, you're like, I don't care. You know? It's just the reality of it, bro. Oh, hell no, I gotta use this crap. Hold on. Just 15 more days of drama with like 2 days of break for live stream and kid drops, and we get another like 3 days of break before the next gacha drama train. Facts, bro. That's how it is. That's how it is. It'd really be that way, bro. All right, so we're gonna have to put this. Grace, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, let's try it again. Boom. I think I did it too slow. Yeah, maybe 16 seconds, maybe. That was horrible, bro. That's crazy. What is he strong against again? Arrow, right? Or is it? I'm pretty sure he's arrow resistant. My all-time high on that dude just feels weird, bro. Arrow and Glacio. Damn. People are very soft on the internet of all places. It's weird as shit because their people can get away with the most. I not only think that they're very sensitive, they are very sensitive on the internet, but they're also a lot of people that don't have a lot of stuff to do in their life. They just be chilling. So, or not chilling, they just be floating through life. So they just like heavy focus on very useless shit. It's different for creators, bro. You might think a creator really cares about, like, even the most dramatic of CCs, you might think that they genuinely care about some of the drama they cover. We're talking about CCs that be dropping like 10 drama videos a day, right? They don't care, bro. It's all business. Like, the reality of it is some people will drop a video and get like 1K views, and then they'll drop a drama video and get 10K views. Like, what do you think they're gonna do? Put yourself in their shoes. Would you go work a job that pays you $1,000 a week, or a job that pays you $10,000 a week? It's that simple. A lot of people want to criticize the, and I'm not defending dramatic CCs. They still trash. Like, straight up, it's still trash because it's annoying and it really doesn't make a good environment for the people in, you know, in the genre. But business is business, strictly financial, bro. I sent you Augusta and info. Let me know if you need clarity or any more info. Bet. Sounds good. As long as you have the, let me just double check real quick. Yeah, as long as you have those pictures for the mats, we're all good to go. We're all good to go. Do you know the names of the flowers? Yeah, that oh, there you go, the evil flowers. Oh yeah, you don't know the names of the flowers yet. I'll just put the picture and I'll be like question mark. You're the GOAT first enemy though. I definitely need to do that. All right, let's try this one more time. Boom, 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 boom. Bro, do I hit the clone or do I hit the actual fucking main piece? Like, what's going on here? Failure. Fail, bro. Okay, so we don't have the actual name. Okay, cool. It's from the new area, right? From the new area that's gonna drop, or it's still gonna be in the same area? Or we're not getting a new area. I don't know. I gotta prep again. Okay, so we are getting a new area. Cool. Let's do this again.
Dark forces approach. Be on guard.
No contest. All of you at once. I don't do overtime. My shield can withstand more than that. You made it personal now.
That might have beat my time. Maybe I just beat my time. New record. Okay. I'm beating it by like 1 second. I'm shaving 1 second every time I do a faster rotation. And the rotation's still scuffed. It's making me want to do fusion, bro. What about fleur-de-lis, bro? Yeah, at least it's faster, true. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do fusion with that and see how it works. All right, Fupa. You don't really need to. Oh, actually, you do need to pre-build Fupa. Let's try just a normal rotation so I remember how to do it before. See, the problem with here's the problem with Kelpie. Kelpie hits really hard, and I take advantage of Zani's immunity to death for those 8 seconds to deal a lot of damage. Whereas I think that Kelpie's just gonna doo-doo on this rotation, but we'll see. We'll see.
Climax of the show. This is getting fun. Same actor, different role.
See, he be doing too much. He be doing too much. Maybe I could get it. Maybe I could get it with a better rotation. We'll see. This is my wife's account, CJ. This is actually writing my future, getting ready to pull for mommy Augusta, but Cardathea is still the best mommy. Hey, what's up? What's up, future? It's been a minute, man. Hope everything's been going well. To be honest, I only care about pre-farm mats and echoes, and that's it. Keeping all their... Oh, yeah, that's my pre-farm guides. My pre-farm guides only cover mats and what echoes you should run. That's it. It doesn't talk about nothing else, bro. In my pre-farm guides, you're not gonna find info about like the character's kit. You might find info on their weapon. Like the top weapons for this character are going to be this one as their signature weapon, obviously, and here are some options you can also use for this character. That's it. That's the deepest information you'll see me post regarding a character. I don't do kits, I don't do none of that. Because not only is it all subject to change, but it's just, it leads to drama. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Die, evil! Don't fucking kill me. Okay, there we go, there we go. Hurry up, hurry up! I fucked up. I fucked up. I fumbled, chat. I fumbled. See, this is the part where, what's her face is just so much better. Because you don't have to worry about dodging, which shaves time off your rotation. With Zani, you just kind of go in there and just tank everything, pretty much. Do you know about the step leaker drama? Nah, what's step leaker drama? That's the dude that be sharing stuff, right? Be leaking things. Let's do this. Let's get out of it. Don't kill me. See, bro, it's like Zani don't be doing all this shit. Zani don't be doing all of that. Ah, but if I set it up, I could probably get a faster time if I didn't just get a faster time. I don't think I did. Yeah, no. But I could set it up right. Hold on. If he doesn't pull back as much, I can probably set up a faster time. Yeah, he's not in a good spot right now. He got called out with proof for faking leaks, and he deleted his earlier leaks and posted a new one instead, addressing the allegations. But I thought, isn't Step Leaker known to actively troll? Bro, like, what's funny is the dude is leaking information. It's not his job. He doesn't have an obligation to us. We don't pay him shit. So he leaks the stuff that he's not even obligated to do. He's just doing it for, maybe he likes it or something, right? And then he trolls people and they want to like crucify the dude. You're not even supposed to be looking at leaks. Be grateful that the dude even wants to give us one. Right? If that's what you like. If you like leaks, be grateful the dude even wants to give you one leak, bro. And if he wants to troll you and you fall for the bait because you're so desperate for leaks, that's on you. Step Leaker shouldn't be apologizing. He should be making fun of people. You know what I mean? He should be making fun of people that believe that shit. If I don't know what it was, but that's the reality of it, bro. And people want to like crucify the dude because he posted a troll leak that wasn't real. So, you know, it's weird, bro. Leakers should go to jail. I mean, a lot of times leakers do go to jail. All right, let's try this one more time. One more time. What up, Cremoni? How you doing, mate? Ow. Let's go. All right, one more time.
I hit.
Come on, come on, come on.
This is getting fun.
Together we vanish.
Beckon the
Come on, Shangli. I know you got this.
mind's eye. Applaud for me. With
Why didn't she do her intro? Oh, hell no. I took too long. Redo. Redo! But it's the fact that people are taking it too seriously. He sent a DM of someone calling him the hard R and that he should off himself. Bro, I would literally, like, if that was me, if I was Step Leaker, I'll be making funny ass videos off of that, bro. I'll drop another fake leak right after, bro. I'd be like, did you guys know that in 2.6, we have a guaranteed selector for Galbrina or Chisa? It's in the files right here. That's what I would do if I was him. That's what I would do if I was him, bro. On God, bro. I'll be out there trolling people hard as hell. Did you guys know that for the Cyberpunk collab, we are guaranteed to get a free copy of both Lucy and Rebecca, and they're gonna be booty bone naked? Yup, it's in the files. Just know that, bro. I'll be trolling people if they got pissed at the troll. Come on now. They are taking off the 50/50 in 3.0, ladies and gentlemen. It's gone. You're guaranteed to get the banner character every single time, bro.
I see,
Bro, I'll be on it so bad, bro.
but my opponent failed to notice. He
I'll be out here
was
talking
the
shit, bro.
Huh. And here
People be on some blue
I
shit.
started to panic until
Hold on, Chad. I gotta make sure I do my...
single blow.
Where you going, love? Not a whole lot, though. Okay. Okay. Did you guys know that we are getting Leopard Thong Fleur-de-Lis skin in 3.2? Will I stop by removing the 50/50? Where's the free Ferrari and a percentage of the shares for simply playing the game? Facts, bro. I'm telling you, that shit makes no sense. It's so random that people are telling this dude to kill himself because he posted a troll leak. Like, what? That shit, that's just funny. Like, if you don't want leaks blocking, bro, don't wait for him to leak. Right? Exactly. You're waiting for a dude to drop information you know not only is he not supposed to be dropping, but you're technically not supposed to be seeing, and then you get mad that you got trolled. People these days, I swear, man, people are goofballs. If y'all would have sent me that in a video format, I would have reacted to it, bro. I would have cooked some people, bro.
That's some attack. Time to fight.
No, let me out. Okay. Wait, why did I only get 2? Did I not ult? What the fuck happened? Whatever. Let's do it again. Did I just take too long or something? Why is he in the air for 35 years, bro? Like, that shit makes no sense. Nah, bro, hold on.
Now is the second half.
At the helm.
Homie's in the air for 3 years. Let me do that again. People think leaks are 100% true. It's sad. Exactly. Wasn't that the that was one of the biggest problems with the anniversary, that some leaks went out saying that we were going to get a 5-star selector or something like that, and people were so mad, bro. They were like, what? How dare they not give us a 5-star selector? That's blasphemy. It's like, what?
That's
Let me get out of here.
Let the flames rise! Nice try!
Who's the caged bird now? My blade, you're severed. Burn to dust!
Okay, I might have beat my time by 1 second again. Maybe. Or I might have tied with 16. 14, I beat it with 2 seconds. Okay, Fusion team on top. Perfect. Okay. Alright, but that's enough of that. We beat a time again, bro. Everyone is memeing that guy. What guy? And you should know he's a troll. Oh, the step leaker guy. Yeah. 800k Brent Forte. Yeah, my Brent is the GOAT, greatest of all time, best character ever, bro. I'm telling you right now. Oh shit, I haven't done this. Hold on. Let's do this before I start reacting to shit. I'm gonna do this, bro. That's an old one, but yeah. The best thing is he was trying to double down on his takes on Fob's stream during Curlfed. Wait, what are we talking about? Step leaker? I got me confused for a second there. Oh, you talking about the whole 7 out of 10 thing? Okay, okay. I dropped a video about that on my YouTube channel. Check it out, guys. You know what the worst part about drama nowadays is? Like, you can't react to drama and give your opinion because now people think you have a problem with the person. So, like, I gave my opinion about the whole Jenna drama, and I was like, people weren't really mad about the whole 7 out of 10. It was more so their reaction afterwards. So I think that was the big problem. And people now think, oh, you don't like Jenna. I'm like, I don't have no problem with Jenna, bro. Shit. You know, it ain't no big deal for me. But it's just my take. Sometimes it's going to align with one person. Sometimes it's going to align with someone else. But my take is always going to be my take, bro. Why did I just lock this, bro? What the fuck? I can lock that one. What's this? Why don't it lock some of these? It's so weird. What are these? What are those? Yeah, people think I'm taking sides. I'm like, bro, I'm literally reacting to, like, whatever's going on. I'm not taking sides. Like, I have no problem with nobody. With none of these folks. It's just, I'm going to tell you guys how I see it, right? I'm going to tell you guys how I see it. All right, let's do, we got to do 2 more of these. Why did I land there instead of, like, dead center? That's weird. Augusta will have enough attack buffs. Electro better. Bro, I'll show you. This is how I am when I really like a character, right? So, this is my brand. If we look at his echoes, right? Look at all these 1-costs that are plus 25. And then there's some that I've already thrown away, right? Multiple. Then we have this with multiple plus 25 pieces. Just testing for minimal improvements here and there and everywhere. Just what works best. 4-costs. I have 2 and I used to have 5. And I fed them into other stuff because they weren't that good. When Augusta drops, you best believe I'm going to be testing out every single thing as to what's best for her on my rotations. The problem is that I don't have my Yin Lin built, and I don't really have anything else to run with her. So it's going to be like a very weird situation that I haven't been in a while, where it's going to take me a minute to start building her. and building her team the right way. But I still have one left. Yeah, no, I'm on NA. I still have today.
Brad salutes you. Climax of the show.
What the fuck? That's disrespectful.
Perfect finale.
Together we vanquish.
Be reduced to cinders.
I can use. I am not using Mortifi. Is Mortifi Electro? No. I will run her solo. I will strap her in there with Shorekeeper just because. That's just a. I have to. I have to. And then I'll build my Yin Lian so I can rock my mono Electro team. Even I don't care. Like, bro, when you have S6, it doesn't matter if it's like the best for her. I don't care. As long as it looks pretty when I play, that's where I'm gonna be at, bro. Don't judge me, Daniel. You're finally learning the ways, bro. I think my karma ran out, and I get the feeling Augusta pulls will be terrible. No. Look, you're gonna have good pulls on Augusta. Believe. You gotta believe, bro. All right, we have now done that. Let's get out of here. And we'll do a quick little reaction, and then I'll eat while I do the longer reactions. She won't have a lot of electro damage anyway, so Yunlin might just be the way to go. Good. Good. I'll definitely rock her with the Yin Lin and just be happy. It's gonna be nice seeing her on the team though, like seeing her on the roster. Bro, I've been thinking low key. I know that she's not ideal, but if Yuno feels good playing with my Cardathea team, I'll actually replace SK from that team completely. As long as she feels good. I don't need the damage from Shorekeeper. It's nice, but it's not like I need it. But if it feels nice playing with Yuno on that team just to have full arrow, I'll run it. Yeah, we have one Electro buffer. It's actually crazy. It's actually insane how little they've given us for Electro. All right, let me see how much materials I got. 351. Okay, 351 here. That's not bad. Got to slowly build these up again. I mean, Augusta should have enough of both attack and Electro, so there will be one option left to button her up. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Fuck's my shoe, bro. Be right back. All right. Where's this thing at? Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right, we're going to be reacting to something now, chat. And this is something a lot of us can relate to. Maybe some of you can't. Who knows? There's someone in the chat that can relate to this because he's weird, but let's see. Make sure the audio up on this. Okay, good. What's good, guys? Today we got another video we're going to be jumping into, and it's regarding the collaboration between Wuthering Waves and Cyberpunk. Now, let me just tell you this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a pretty big Cyberpunk fan. Not only the game, but the show was absolute peak. If you haven't watched it, do yourself a favor. Go ahead and watch it. But a lot of people have been stressing. You don't know if you want to pull right now or if you want to save for the collab units, because as we know in gacha games, collab units seem to usually be busted. So not only are they busted, but some of us are going to be busting when these units drops, because let's be honest, Lucy is fire. Lucy is high. Y'all remember that bathtub scene? I know y'all remember that bathtub scene. So today we have a video called When You Try to Save for a Character in Gacha Games. So let's go ahead and have a look and see what this video is all about.
Bro, wait, Cyberpunk? They doing a Cyberpunk collab?
I don't know about y'all, but when they dropped that freaking announcement, the whole freaking anniversary patch was dog water. It was trash. That whole thing when they dropped all it was trash. The moment they announced this collaboration, I got bricked up. I'm telling you right now. Look, this stays between us, chat, but I was bricked up. I was like, yo, they not doing this right now. I did not think they were going to announce a collab this early into the goddamn freaking live of WuWa, especially with a pretty big IP, pretty popular right now as well.
Bro, that's crazy. What the? That's just like out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Cyberpunk? Bro, you finally playing my favorite game?
Bro, no, I'm talking about Wuthering Waves. They're doing a Cyberpunk collab.
Wait, they getting a collab? Nah, ain't no way they gonna put in
Lucy's gonna be in it, bro.
Lucy's going to be in it, bro.
That's wild. Oh, man. Damn.
Yo, let me ask y'all something. What's your favorite character from Cyberpunk Edgerunners? Is it Lucy, Rebecca, the MC, bro? We got to count the MC. Or someone else. Adam Smasher, maybe. You know? David is a popular pick. For me, come on, Lucy. She's peak.
And bro, they just announced her in the Guilty Gear collab too, man. And I'm gonna be honest, I ain't got the money to afford to get her in both games.
I mean, they thought the character's gonna come out in 2026, so
Yeah, bro, you got time to save. Guys, you got time to save. You got plenty of time to save.
you can probably play the game for like a year and save up currency in the game without spending money.
Comes down a year. Well, I mean, I could save a couple dollars in a year, man. A
couple dollars?
Ain't no big deal.
Yeah, like actually, you can log in here, so just start playing here and start saving.
Alright, bet.
Yep.
Alright, bet.
I already know where this is going. Listen, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of gacha games where you can actually play and save because half their units look like butt cheeks. Wuthering Waves be fucking us up, bro. Like, a lot of people want to say Wuthering Waves is free-to-play friendly, but when they make all these units so bangable, it's hard to save, bro. It's hard to say it's free-to-play friendly because I just want to pull them all, you know what I mean? I'm trying to catch them all. Why can't they drop some butt-ugly-ass chick, bro? Like, with no teeth and, like no eye. Why can't they drop, like, a peg-leg-looking character? Nah, they gotta make every female hot as fuck, except the little ones, don't be weird. And then they gotta drop the dudes, and they all look cool. So it's going to be hard to save until then. You know what I mean?
Let me start getting these asteroids.
I would have already folded. I seen Zani fold.
Ooh, that.
Yo, why her ass looks so fat right there? Like in that still. Damn.
Yeah, man, she looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Man.
Yeah. He knows. Hey, bro, one character ain't gonna hurt you, bro. You still got like a year left. You can still save, right?
I mean, low-key, Lucy come out in a year, he said. I mean, what's one character,
Yeah,
right?
what's one character? There you go. He got it early, too. He didn't lose no 50-50 nothing, bro. Oh, Justin Bieber.
Her
Okay.
design is so beautiful,
She is
man.
pretty.
And
She is a
can
pretty
sing.
character.
I'm not gonna lie, I might have to add this to my playlist. This song kind of fire. Man, she pretty.
Yo, let's be real. WuWa music is peak. I don't know where these people come from that make the most fire banger tunes in WuWa. I be vibing every time we go through the story. It's freaking fire.
Pretty good at singing, bro. I love Red Hair bitch. Alright, I'm gonna get her.
Does this man not lose no 50-50? See, this is already a fake video because, like, I be getting Ling Yangs and shit. Like, I don't know about y'all. I be getting Ling Yang, bro. I almost have my Ling Yang max duped. So, this man is getting lucky. This is fake, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I shall bring the dawn.
Oh no, and then they pull out with
Bro, wait.
Cardathea?
Ain't she a boss character? Damn, she look crazy when she transforms.
Oh
bro.
no,
How many
bro.
milkers? Jeez.
This is us, chat.
Nah, man, they make it impossible to save, man. I gotta get her.
Yeah, bro, you really can't be out here skipping Cardathea. If you skip Cardathea, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Oh no, and then she...
Bro,
Oh,
they added
no.
a character with a... How they know I'm a furry, bro? Yo,
Oh,
what the...
no,
They make
bro.
it impossible to save right
Bro,
now.
how they know? How they know that even if we weren't fairies, we were gonna turn into a furry when they drop Lupa? Like, a lot of y'all be furries. I'm not judging you. You know, I'm just saying. I know a lot of y'all be playing Uma Muse, loving your horse girls and all that. I'm not one of those. But then Lupa came out and they done turned me into a freaking furry. That's crazy, bro. Like, I wasn't even trying to get on that vibe, and now I'm trying to get freaky with Lupa. Like, that's just wild,
Man, like,
bro.
what am I supposed to do? Bro, like, look at her face. How am I not supposed to get her, bro? Like, look at these animations, bro.
Yeah,
She's
bro.
sniffing this motherfucker. Look how... Bro, how am I supposed to save when they doing shit like this?
Yeah, bro. Like, Kuro gotta stop, bro. Like, they gotta drop some fugly-ass character, bro. Like, they just gotta give us some, like, crazy, butt-ugly NPC, Zhang Liao, Zhang Xing-looking 5-star character that we can just skip, you know? But if they keep giving us these banger characters, what are we gonna do, bro? Like, come on now. I'm trying to save, bro.
Alright, bro. No matter what, I am not getting the next character, bro. Like, not even if she make me cry, bro. There's no way I'm getting her.
Not even if she makes me cry.
No way I
Okay.
am pulling.
No way I'm pulling out of that furry right there on screen. Bro, and they're gonna sneak a diss here.
I have to get her, though. God. She died. I gotta get her to keep her alive.
Gotta get her to keep her alive on the account, bro. I don't even like Frolova, but like, come on now, bro. She deserves a little bit of love.
Why do they keep doing this, man? I can't save for nobody. Kuro Games, please.
Bro, did you see YOOOO and Augusta's gameplay, bro?
Oh, no,
you
bro.
did not see that shit, bro. You gotta look at that shit. Look at, bro. Look at it right now. You gotta check it out, bro. There's no way I can't get both of them, bro. Look at it. Bro, you see that?
I was bricked up when I seen this, bro. I was talking to my chat and I was like, guys, I think it's time. I might have to start skipping some units because y'all know I try to get every unit, and I was like, I'm gonna have to start skipping some units. You know, it's time to save. We have the Cyberpunk collab. Maybe, you know, right around the corner, we kind of got 3.0. And then they dropped this gameplay, bro. Like, why they gotta do us like this?
You see that shit, bro? There's no way, bro. I don't know what are they doing. How are they doing this, bro? Every character looks better than the last, bro.
How am I gonna get Lucy?
All of them, and then they dropped a foot, and I know some of y'all be freaky out there. Y'all want to suck some toes. Y'all be freaks. I'm not a foot guy, so this scene didn't hit me like that. But Augusta, bro, she got them thunder thighs. Like, if you hear her gameplay, you hear the thunder. That's not just, you know, actual lightning. That's her thighs clapping together, brother. And I just, it broke me, bro. I had to go for it.
Why are they showing her?
Homie's going crazy in the background, bro.
Why do they keep doing this?
Hey, bro. Shout out to the homies. They dropped some great skits. I'll drop the link to their channel in the description so you guys can subscribe to them. Overall, I've been really enjoying their content. I really wasn't into watching a lot of YouTubers recently, but you guys have been sending me a lot of their videos, and they're funny as hell. Both of these guys, shout out to them. They bring some funny stuff and positivity to the community. But yeah, yo, I'm torn, bro. I want to get Lucy. I want to get Rebecca. If they drop David, I want to get David. If they drop Adam Smasher, shit, I want to get all the Cyberpunk characters. But I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to go sell some feet pics or something. Y'all be freaky. Don't get freaky. I'm gonna have to go sell a kidney or something because these characters are all looking good. All their kits look better, and I have no idea how the hell Kuro does to make every animation, every character look better and better. They do not freaking miss. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. There we go. Video out of the way, chat. We done. Right. Let's go back until I get some food and then we'll react to more shit. That was a good video. I enjoyed that shit. that was a good video. I swear, these guys be cooking, bro. These guys be cooking. Cosmos and Hakaru, they be cooking. What's next? The real problem with 5-star standard characters and how to fix them in Withering Waves. Okay. We'll see what that's all about in a second. Kuro power creep leakers. They really did, bro. Kuro said, oh, you guys want to leak our shit? We gon' leak it ourselves, man. We gon' leak it ourselves, bro. That's actually insane, bro. I'm surprised John wasn't talking more shit when he was in the actual chat, bro. That's actually crazy. With how much shit he be talking. Block leaks, problem solved. I don't mind leaks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind leaks. Like, they don't, as long as the leak is not story related, like, yo, did you know that Shang Li gets killed in 7.2? Like, as long as it's not shit like that, I'm fine. I don't mind. If it's like, yo, these are the characters that are gonna drop, that's fine. I don't mind. I'm not that invested into it to be like, yeah, this is a problem. Let me have some volume here. We already did that, bro. Bro, I low-key want to see if I can get a lucky one cost real quick. If we even have one. I farmed a ton, so maybe we can get a lucky one. Y'all think we get lucky today, chat, or we get cooked? Y'all think we get cooked, chat, or we get a lucky one? Let's see. Why? About to be HP on the next one. Oh, it's attack. Okay. That's some bullshit, bro. I'm just trying to be successful and shit, bro. I'm just trying to be the very best no one ever was. Why they gotta do me like that, bro? Double defense? Back to back? That's insane. Oh. That's slow, but... Oh, hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. We might be cooking, chat. We might be cooking, chat. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Oh, please give me crit damage. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it, bro. I should not do this. Never risk it, chat. Never risk it. Never risk it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because this will happen and then you'll be just hating life at that point. God damn it, bro. And I can't replace this one. God. So close. Always risk it. I don't know. Every time I risk it, I get hoed, bro. I get hoed every time I get risky with it. Bro, why are they not giving me nothing better, bro? I don't want to roll one cost. This is such a good piece, though. I mean, this one's not even that bad, low key. But I can't lose 17 crit damage. I can't afford that. That's not affordable right now. God damn it, bro. Queenie, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Alright, let's see. I'm gonna just have to do this because apparently it's like impossible to get one cost. I farmed for like an hour and they didn't give me more than 2 one costs that are actually useful. Boom, boom, boom. This one. Modify it to attack. I don't even see what was my percentage. I just realized I should be saving these things, bro. I got 22. I'll be fine. That's what we all say, and then we're not fine. Just woke up sipping coffee. Nice. Gotta love coffee when you first wake up. Wakes you up real nice. I like to keep rolling until I get... Yeah, I always roll until I get double crit. But if you don't get double crit early, like, don't even keep trying. Like, if you don't get double crit within your first 3, it's a wrap. Some people actually wait until they get it in their first 2. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. You keep going. I used to keep going a lot back in the day, but now I'm like, shit, I'm poor. After I started getting every character, it got a lot harder to do that with a lot of characters. What is happening? Okay, there we go. Alright, upgrade. Please be the one. Be the chosen one. Where is it? It was this one that let me down. Please be the one. Please. Skill. It's already doo-doo. Oh. It's already doo-doo, bro. It don't even matter what drops after this. It's doo-doo. It's a wrap. Bro, how hard is it to get these goddamn substat rolls? You made that brew yourself. Nice. Now I do 10 at first. If I get double good stats like a tag, energy reading, or a single crit set, yeah, that's how I do usually. Attack, crit. Oh my god, bro, they're just trolling me today. I swear. This is how it's been for like the past 2 months. It's just been pain everywhere when I roll echoes. I haven't gotten like a crazy piece in a long time. Is you suggest button for sorting? Heavy attack, bro. Come on. We're not getting lucky today, chat. We're just not getting lucky, bro. They don't want us to be successful. You have five accounts? 5 WuWa accounts? God damn. Basic attack. God damn. Oh. Bro, that's the lowest possible crit damage you could have possibly given me. That's crazy. That's actually wild behavior that you do that. But if you give me crit rate here, I'll forgive you. You just can't be successful, chat. And then I'm not even gonna work on these echoes right now. I gotta be a different day when I'm more free. You have 5 WuWa accounts and 11 Genshin accounts. That's a whole lot of accounts. How do you even... I play like 3 gacha games, bro, and I'm already cooked. How do you even have that many accounts? Whoops, did not mean to sweep. See, like, I'm already here on this one, and I'm like, that's a whole lot of accounts. Let me check something. Rerolls and some events are easy. True, true. Hold on, give me a second. We back. Also, I used to have 2 accounts for WuWa, but bro, like that many accounts, that's a whole lot of time grinding. It's a whole lot of time grinding. Let me see some. Let me see a little some. I'm tagged somewhere in my Discord. That is hot as hell. Look at that chat. Spaghetti. Here. There we go. Share. I'll share some with y'all. You just gotta join the Discord, bro. All right, Bonnie. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, my girl cooked that up. I'm actually waiting to eat, but I know that thing is hot as hell right now, so I'm letting it like sit for a second. I don't want to be reacting and end up burning my shit while I'm reacting. That would not be good, chat. But it is pretty damn good. I played 3 WuWa accounts, mine, hubby's, and my son's. Okay, but like they also play it, right? You like help out with the grinding and such. Oh, I got stuck. We got 2 more videos to react to. Yeah, they don't like quests. Okay, true. I feel him with that. I'm not a big quest person. Although, recently I've grown to enjoy the quest in WuWa. I'll actually just leave that on the side. What up, Cremoni? You only have one account, but play across 4 to 5 different regions? Damn. It's a whole lot of regions, bro. Alright, let's check this video first. Let's go here, let's go here. And let's go here. And the audio up on this? The audio's up on this. Cool, cool. Who dropped this video? Y'all send me this and I don't even know who dropped it. It's Senpai. Okay. We got a It's Senpai video today. Let me get my food. Ah, that shit's hot. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on. I'm gonna be honest, this is the only way you should be reacting, bro, while you eat your food. Just reacting for like 8 hours is crazy. What's good, guys? So today we got another video talking about how to improve Withering Waves. This is the real problem with standard 5 stars and how to fix them by It's Senpai. So let's go ahead and see what he has to say regarding the lackluster base 5-star roster we have in Withering Waves.
Standard 5-star units like Char, Lingyang, and Encore were strong enough to beat all types of endgame content, including the middle tower of the Tower of Adversity, a few months after Withering Waves got officially released, but they have been completely overshadowed by new and much more stronger units as the game progressed, which is pretty common in live service games like Withering Waves, because buffs granted on difficult floors of endgame content mostly synergize with teams built around new units, and enemies also need to be HP inflated gradually to compensate for the huge damage potential of recent units like Zoni and Cortethia. But
that's one topic I know you guys hate. HP inflation. Recently in the Whimpering Waste, that was a big topic. I don't mind HP inflation. I think, like he said, it's kind of like normal as long as it's done right. If you're going to be making stronger units, make the HP inflation like balance itself out. Don't make it to where like older units are useless and you need the brand new units, or where you feel like you're struggling to even beat content, because then it's not fun. It doesn't change the mechanics, it just make things sponge, and that's boring.
Why is it even important to buff standard units in the first place, and do they even provide any kind of value to veterans, beginners, and Kuro games from a revenue perspective? Well, buffing standard units can be very important, so that beginners don't feel like the game is just a cash grab or forcing you to pull for new limited units just to be able to beat some mid-difficulty endgame content like Whimpering Waste and the left and right side of the Tower of Adversity. This builds consumer trust, where players feel like their past investment are respected, and the security makes them more willing to spend on new characters, not out of necessity to beat endgame content, but out of genuine support and how much they like a particular character's lore, gameplay, and design.
See, this is a touchy subject in my opinion, because at the end of the day, the game's progress, the kits get more complex and the enemies get stronger. Standard banner units are standard banner units. I know, deep quote right there. But the reality of it is that you can't be a year or 2 years into the game and expect to build teams around standard banner units. It's just not going to work. Can these units still clear a lot of content? Of course. You can still use Kalcharo, Encore, Verena. I don't know about Ling Yang. He kind of trash. But you can still use all these other units to clear a lot of content. Just not the absolute highest level of content. They can make parts of teams with brand new units. But you can't expect to use these standard banner units even, you know, a year after the game as the sole core of your team. Should they be buff? Yes, they should be buff, but not because people should use them as the main core of their team, but more so because, let's be honest, the standard banner at this point is absolute trash, right? The units in there, apart from Verena, get no use. They don't synergize with anybody else on the upcoming or current, you know, main rosters, and it's just too shallow, right? So while they do help a lot of the newer players, the reality is that their gameplay is kind of stale at this point. So they should definitely get some sort of buff, which they kind of did with the Nightmare Echoes, but maybe something else along the lines of improving their kits or maybe their modifiers just a little bit would make them a lot more viable for endgame content, but they should never really compete with premium 1 year, 2 year later units that are being released as limited characters.
But don't get me wrong though, units like Kalcharo and Ling Yang are still usable in the current meta, where flow buffs mostly benefits units.
Who uses Ling Yang? This man keeps bringing up Ling Yang. Nobody uses Ling Yang. That is the worst thing when you get your loss on a 50-50. You get a Ling Yang, because that's like, he just there, he trash. Ain't nobody using Ling Yang.
That utilize negative status effects to do damage. This is evident in speedrun showcases from cracked creators like Moment, Yumi, and Wild Crown.
He's a Ling Yang main. Hey, yo, my fault. I didn't mean to disrespect your furry like that, dog. If you're doing work with Ling Yang, more power to you.
But the skill floor is pretty high in order to compensate for the flaws in the kit design and low damage output of standard DPS units. In other Crow titles like Punishing Grey Raven, leap skills are a late game upgrade for older constructs or characters. They don't just boost the character's stats, but add entirely new mechanics, effects, or damage types, giving the character a fresh playstyle or better synergy with even more characters for diverse team building options.
She looks so cool.
A good example is Alyssa Echo's Leap skill, which is considered a decent upgrade over her old playstyle and mechanics. With the Leap skill, she gains access to the glaciation effects, letting her support new elemental comps while still buffing physical teams. She also gains a bonus 5% physical damage boost, and most importantly, her leap unlocks faster rotations, making her one of the most flexible supports in Punishing Grey Raven. It's simply Kuro Games' way of keeping older units relevant in endgame content without constant power creep.
So he's basically saying like an awakened version of a character, like where you can, after a certain time or something, you can awaken them or transcend them, whichever word you want to end up using. Point is, they somehow get stronger, right? They either get a new skill or improvements to their old kit. That could be a thing that works. Not to the point where now, for example, an Encore or better yet, a Kalcharo is competing with an Augusta, but where a Kalcharo can hang in there with units like Yang Liao, or maybe even on teams where Augusta could be the main DPS. She'd still be the premium unit doing way more damage, but no longer would you look at Kalcharo as like bottom of the barrel damage for electro comps. Same with like Encore. She wouldn't be like the last absolute option for a fusion comp, but she'd be somewhere in there hanging out.
Likewise, Kuro could introduce smaller upgrades to standard units in Wuthering Waves to make them just enough to be competitive, giving beginners a reason to keep playing and spend money later on without the game feeling predatory in the future. But if standard units receive no upgrades as the game progresses, endgame content gradually becomes much harder and may require specific units to have a much easier time to clear them, making low spenders in free-to-play at mid-game level of progression where they can level their characters to level 90 feel left out of rewards, because beating endgame content rewards you with Astrite that helps in pulling for new characters. This also ensures that veterans can pull for characters they enjoy playing, with the mindset that they can even beat endgame content with standard units if they wanted to. However, there are potential downsides. Buffing standard units take development resources and time.
In all honesty, bro, you should make it so standard banner units can compete in terms of like mid to early late game content. But if we're talking about a unit that's a year old with a kit that's just flat out basic, they should not allow you to just absolutely clear all end game content. That's why there's banners, we have reruns. This game is plenty generous with, you know, astrites. So I do think that units that are supports, like an Encore, could fit on any team. But you should never be in a situation where, like, a standard banner unit does as much damage as a unit that's been being dropped like 2 years later, because it is a double-edged sword. Why pull for the latest units when I can just use a standard banner unit that I already have and clear all the end game content? There should be a little bit of FOMO sprinkled in as to, hey, if I miss out on this unit, my team will be a little weaker. It's just is what it is. That's how the whole market fluctuates. So yes, it is a double-edged sword. They should buff them a little bit, but not to the point where they can just clear all the content.
That might otherwise go into new characters and content. Overbuffing standard units could also cannibalize interest in new banners, though many would argue that most players would still chase new releases simply because they are new characters. But still, most industry examples, like the release of new artifact sets in Genshin Impact for old units like Xiao, and leap skills in Punishing Grey Raven, shows that moderate buffs are safe if done correctly. For example, giving a character like Zheng Zhen limited application of arrow erosion can drive sales.
This, I understand. Given a character like Zhang Xing, application of arrow erosion would make it to where not only is she a little bit better, but she now synergizes with future arrow erosion units. So it's not a buff that pushes her to be, you know, a meta clearing unit, but it's a buff that allows her to now fit into meta teams. This is something that I can 100% get with. This is a great point that he's bringing up. Because if they're going to be bringing things like Arrow Erosion, Spectral Frazzle, if they're going to be bringing things like Havoc Bane, and all these other elements, I feel that if they improve or update the standard banner units to allow them to fit into these new teams, just with something that small, it gives standard banner characters a new life and new placement in teams. Right now, the way things are is like, if you don't have Siakona, you got to use Spectral or Arrow Rover, and there's no other thing you can do. If you don't have Phoebe and, you know, you're using your Spectral Rover on a different team, you're cooked. So I feel that this type of improvement is what I was talking about. Niche things that allow them to fit into meta teams is 100% needed.
For a future main damage dealer, that depends on arrow erosion to do damage, because players won't have to spend a significant amount of pulls to get Chacona if they don't already have her, in addition to the pulls that they will need to get that particular DPS character. In short, the benefits of player retention and happiness leads to sustained profits and can outweigh the cost of buff implementation for standard units if handled with extreme caution. So let's examine what can be improved for all standard units that we have in the game, and some reasonable fixes that WuWa games can implement in Withering Waves. Calculator. Calcium is notorious for having a high skill floor with a very low payoff. His optimal rotation, which involves the basic attack 2 cancellation to stack his killing intent stacks much faster, is arguably the hardest mechanic in the game, but his Death Messenger's anti-interruption is on par with Zani's when casting Nightfall, so as long as you have his damage reduction passive unlocked, and you have a strong healer like Verena, you can safely tank some damage without quick swapping. His base damage is also enough to beat the left and right towers of the Tower of Adversity, and can even clear the middle tower if he can benefit from universal buffs that the middle tower provides. So his damage potential is fine for a standard character that you can get multiple copies by losing your 50-50.
You can still clear content with Calcharo. Easily. You can still clear content with Calcharo. Same with Encore, to be fair.
Possible fixes include the following. Give this man a better way to stack killing intent stacks. The best way that I can think of is being able to get 2 killing intent stacks when he performs a dodge counter while his liberation state is active. This can make casual play less punishing.
Okay.
Increase his resonance liberation state duration uptime.
Yes.
If stacking killing in 10 stacks with dodge counters is considered extreme for a standard unit per Kuro game standards, increase this man's liberation state duration to about 15 seconds. This will encourage casual players to learn the basic attack 2 cancel tech and feel less punishing at the same time if they try to implement it in game.
Calcharo is one of those units that when I first ever got Calcharo, he felt so good, and then little by little I found out that he was more complex, and I was already clearing stuff with Calcharo. I remember I used to do 3 death messengers, but it wasn't just like flat out like press the buttons. You gotta like animation cancel, and you learn that over time, and I thought every character was gonna be complex to a certain degree. So not everybody plays Calcharo that way, so they miss out on a lot of damage. So finding a way to improve the character, even if it's a little bit, to where he doesn't feel as punishing, he feels more laid back, which would allow him to deal a little bit more damage, would be so much better for the new player. You know what I mean?
Because you can at least manage 3 death messengers if you mess up with a 15 seconds duration, but at the cost of losing ultra buffs from sub DPS buffers like Yinlin, for example, if you fail to execute the tech fast enough. Ling Yang. Ling Yang currently suffers from short health.
He suffers from being fugly, a furry, nobody uses him, no one likes him, he's pretty much a waste of space, he kills our 50-50s, and he is just a horrendous character that should absolutely get removed from the game, and that is the best way to buff Ling Yang.
Helicopter mode or flight mode duration, just like Calcharo, but his main issue is his split scaling of basic attack and resonance skill damage, in addition to pretty wonky hitboxes. His liberation cooldown is also 20 seconds, which is pretty high compared to Encore, whose liberation cooldown is 16 seconds, which makes double intro skills with Sound Warp possible within the 30 seconds ultra buff duration of Arena and Shorekeeper. This makes double intro skills from Sound Warp to Ling Yang in one rotation nearly impossible, which could have significantly increased his damage per rotation. But otherwise, he's a great unit overall, with less
Why's he capping like that?
disadvantages compared to Camouflage. He just lacks damage output in general. Possible fixes include extend his flight mode duration, increase the duration of Ling Yang's flight mode duration from 10 seconds to about 14 seconds when his liberation state is active. This can make him do more damage per flight mode in one rotation.
I low-key feel that all the Ling Yang lovers and furry lovers are gonna feel attacked by me trolling on Ling Yang, and they're gonna come dislike my video, bro.
Give him a single type damage scaling. Make Ling Yang's resonance skill cast in his flight mode scale off basic attack damage instead of resonance skill damage, so that he can fully take advantage of Sound Warp's basic attack damage amplification. Change his Lion's Pride passive to something much more useful. Instead of 50% intro skill damage scaling increase, buff his basic attack damage scaling by 20%, or his Stormy Kicks, which is this animation right here, which he uses to end his flight mode, by 50%. Rework his sequence 6.
Homie basically said just rework the entire character, make it so he scales off something else, so he buffs something else, so his intro's different, so his S6 is different. See, I was right, bro. Might as well just replace the character, bro. Add a rock in place of Ling Yang, and that's it. Give us like 100 coral instead of pulling a Ling Yang, and we're good. We don't even need Ling Yang at this point, bro. You just said it yourself. Pretty much change everything about the character, and that's how you can improve Ling Yang, you know what I mean? So
instead of giving him 100% basic attack damage scaling increase, his resonance skill cast, or the Mountain Roamer, during his flight mode in his liberation state should transform into a glacial bomb with increased scaling that does damage in a wide area of effect, with some added animations like the lion dance pose in his character trailer to show the area of effect. Zheng Xin. Zheng Xin suffers from congenital energy regeneration issues because her most important contribution to your team building is her outro skill that amplifies resonance liberation damage, making her a suitable replacement for premium units like Yinlin when building teams for Zhang Liao or Calculus. so it can be pretty
Calculus.
difficult to outro quickly, especially if you don't have an R5 Mercato gauntlet. She currently needs to spend too much time on the field to
Yeah.
fully charge all her shields in order to fully fill her concerto energy if you don't want to perform complicated animation cancelling by constantly swapping out characters, which makes her spend less time on the field. Possible fixes and improvements include the following.
Yeah.
Increase our concerto energy regeneration.
Yeah, that's one thing. We have like 2 people in my Discord that like this character, and one problem that I always tell them, they're in denial. They say she doesn't, but the reality is that this character is a brick, right? You pop her on screen and she's a brick the whole time she's on screen, and then you swap out of the brick. It's that simple. She has so much potential to be improved with very little things that would make her so good, that would put her in the realm of characters like Verena, that even to this day she could still be used in a lot of teams. She could definitely be in that same realm, but the fact that her gameplay is a brick and her rotations are a brick makes her a little bit difficult to work with. So increasing her concerto regen is definitely a good way to start. The other thing we talked about earlier, which is giving her arrow erosion application, would also be really good. And let's see what else he has in store.
Instead of gaining 5, 18, and 23 concerto energy for all the 3 shield levels respectively,
Yes, that is a good thing. Like, if she could be switched off the field like Siakona when she's doing her whole little chanting and casting of her ability, where she's over there just generating that circle around her, if she could be, you know, switched out while she did that, that would also be a good way to make her feel less like a brick and speed up the rotations with her on the team.
let her gain 20 concerto energy for each shield
good
level
one.
so that casuals can outro from the field with her after the second shield charge to decrease her field time but lose access to more shield acquisition. Give her limited access to arrow erosion application or maximum stack count increase. Rover is currently tied to a lot of DPS units like Cortethia, Zani as a Phoebe replacement, and Phoebe for applying Spectrofrazzle. So giving Jengzin limited access to arrow erosion application can make her a suitable replacement for Chakona, since she's the only unit in the game that can apply arrow erosion. Making her able to increase arrow erosion stack count on an enemy can make her a suitable replacement for Arrow Rover in a Cortethia team composition, since you can already provide healing for survival in the Cortethia team, freeing up Rover to use with other DPS units like Phoebe and Zani, or even a solo Havoc DPS carry. Encore.
Like, Loki, I think that's the best character to improve. I don't even play Zhang Sheng. I don't even like her like that, but she just has the highest ceiling if they ever buff standard banner characters, where she would now actually fit on almost every arrow erosion team, and she could fit in a lot of different scenarios if done right, because she has a lot of ways to support your team.
Encore is generally decent and has a few disadvantages compared to other standard units that I've previously mentioned. She's often referred to as the best standard DPS with a straightforward gameplay and decent damage output. But with that said, Encore could still use some quality of life changes or niche boosts to her kit design. Possible ideas include the following. Combine her resonance skills. Skill 1 should now be part of Skill 2, and Skill 2 or E2 gets automatically cast after Skill 1. This can make quick swapping very easy for casuals, since you can just cast her skill and then swap to another character to continue your rotations. Give her a single type damage scaling. Make her Forte Circuit scale off basic attack damage instead of liberation damage. This will make it easier to prioritize basic attack.
The single target scaling is something that should 100% be done in all of these characters, bro. 100%.
Attack damage bonus when building her, and take full advantage of Soundwave's buff if you like to stay on her and use his Forte Circuit after her liberation state duration ends, which can increase her personal damage when she's being played by casuals. But at the moment, it's always recommended to swap out of her Forte Circuit after doing damage with her basic attacks, since it doesn't benefit from the basic attack damage amplification from Soundwave. Verena is
honestly, Verena's still very freaking good. She's still very good. Like, if you don't have Shorekeeper, but you've somehow managed to get a bunch of dupes on your Verena, she's still solid as hell. She could definitely be improved a little bit more, because she does get obviously outshined by Shorekeeper, as she should. But if I were to say what could be improved on her, the main thing would be like Spectral Frazzle, maybe. Like, being able to apply Spectral Frazzle that would be kind of interesting, because then you can really run her instead of Phoebes, which some people don't even want to pull, and some people love Zani. So I think that would be a good way to introduce her once again and give her longevity, because now you would have an option from a standard banner character to run with the new elemental changes like Erosion, Spectral Frazzle. Y'all get to deal with that.
Also considered as one of the best standard characters with superior healing even compared with Showkeeper. She has one of the fastest concerto energy regeneration
she's fast.
and decent universal buffs for diverse team building options, so she doesn't suffer badly from power creep compared to the other standard units that I've reviewed so far.
She's chilling.
So here are some minor upgrades that'll make her even more relevant in many patches to come. Give her more support utility from her liberation. At the moment, her Resonance Liberation does not offer that much value in terms of supportive utility, other than healing the on-field character. The coordinated attacks that her Liberation provides does not provide that much value for Jinxie, since she gains more forte stacks from different attributes other than Spectral. So what I suggest is that her Liberation can apply 2 stacks of Spectral Frazzle per coordinated attack with a 1-second cooldown, just like the trigger intervals of her coordinated attacks. Hence, the maximum amount of Spectral Frazzle that she can apply will be nowhere near the maximum amount that Phoebe can apply in the Confession state. This can significantly reduce Zani's dependency on Spectral Rover, since Rover can get stuck in a Cortethia team, for example. This also reduces Phoebe's dependency on Spectral Rover, since you need Spectral Rover to apply Spectral Frazzle on enemies so that Phoebe can do bigger damage. This can also potentially drive sales for future units who need Spectral Frazzle to do damage, since players who do not have Phoebe on their account will still be convinced to pull for that particular character.
Recently, I saw a video where a YouTuber was ranking the priority of characters when it comes to pulling, like pulling priority, and they ranked Zani way down at the bottom. And I'm gonna be honest, as a Zani enjoyer, and someone that thinks the Frazzle team with Zani at its head is one of the best teams in the game, I gotta say it's, true. Now, while Zani can be, paired up with a lot of other characters, as almost every unit in this freaking game can, the reality of it is that she's heavily dependent on Phoebe to have a smooth rotation and to maximize her kit. And even if you use Spectral Rover with Zani, it still doesn't feel as good. Can you still do it? Yes. Can you still clear content? Yes. That's not the point. The point is, a lot of people will not pull Zani because how limited she is when it comes to team building if you really want to get the most out of her. So having a character like Verena that 95% of players will pull when they start the game, be able to be slotted into that team, give some Frazzle stacks, heals, all that good stuff, and be extremely quick with swapping, I think would be an amazing thing for not only Verena as a standard character, but also for units like Zani and future Spectral Frazzle units.
In summary, buffing standard units should be gradual but with caution. By giving each unit a few targeted improvements, I strongly believe that Kuro Games can revitalize these characters and potentially get compensated in revenue. This not only makes veterans happy when their old mains get buffed, but also strengthens the game's ecosystem, because fans can continue to use the characters that they genuinely enjoy playing, but not because they sit on top of the meta, ultimately benefiting both the player base and Kuro Games' long-term success.
This was a good video, bro. It's Senpai, that's the guy who made this video. Pretty good video. I agree with pretty much all of his takes. And the most important one was that it's a double-edged sword. While it can increase, the popularity of some of these characters, it can also cause a problem where some people might not want to pull other characters because they have standard banner units. And well, at the end of the day, Kuro and any of these gacha companies don't really care about us. They see us as a wallet, so they want our money. So I do think they should be improved, and more so for damage. I think it's about longevity and giving them utility for future comps, right? If these characters are kind of there, but they never really work with the current units that we're getting, it's always going to feel like off. The smoothness and the flow of the combat that Wuthering Waves offers is amazing. And if they can make it so these standard banner characters can provide people with that feeling, even if they're pulling, like a Verena and then they pull Zani, and they still feel a really good flow, I think it would be really good for the game, and it would incentivize people to keep playing, maybe spend more money, But we'll see. At the end of the day, that's just my take. Some of the things in here I have said myself, like the Zhangsheng, the Varina buffs, all of that. DPSs are a little bit rough to really measure, but that's just going to be my takes. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. What changes do you think can be made to the standard banner characters? And to add one last thing, I don't know if y'all noticed, but we're getting the reruns of the 2.0 characters, and I don't see where the 1.0 characters are really going to start getting reruns, because none of them are really working as well with the current, you know, meta that we're now going into with new units. They all work, but I don't know. So maybe Kuro, start adding some of them 1.0 characters into the standard banner, like maybe a Jian, maybe a Yinlin. I don't know. That's just me. That would be nice to see, though. So new players also have a shot at getting some of these other characters. Will it happen? Probably not. But it would be dope if it happened. That's going to be it for the video. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. There we go. Yeah, it's Senpai. Queenie, I did see that you asked, but I was like so zoned in that I hadn't replied yet. But yeah. And then the next video. Oh boy. As Saint Tauntus himself would say, the most famous Kuro bot, Bobby Lee, is back to inform us that CN is pissed off. Phoebe plus weapon most requirements for Zani. Yeah, that's pretty much how it feels. That's the reality of it, bro. She just feels very like needed for a smooth rotation from Zani. Doesn't he say he's second now? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. All right. I think he calls Glaive Keos as first. I'm going to be honest, I don't think nobody is a bigger Kuro bot than Saint Tauntus. Saint Tauntus is the knight in shining armor for the WuWa community, bro. Bro, the reality of it is that nobody fights as many people regarding WuWa as Saint does. You know what I mean? Like, someone will make a video saying something about Withering Waves, and I'm not saying Saint Tauntus doesn't criticize WuWa himself. He does. What I'm saying is that he's the only one that actually stands up for WuWa. Most other creators, ex-creators said they didn't like this about WuWa. They don't care. But Saint Tauntus be the only one actually reacting to them and talking about them and all of that. Like, not saying he doesn't criticize. He criticizes, but he also defends it. So that's why he's the number one. And then you could have like Glaive and all the other ones be like number 2. I'm like number 5 though. I represent the big booty, thick thigh waifus in Withering Waves, and I'll stand up for those. You know? Alright, let's see. I gotta move my camera because this man's camera is always where my camera is, bro. Does he not know this is my spot for the camera, bro? That's crazy. Alright, let me put it up here, bro. There we go. Boy, oh boy, do we have another video from the number 1 Kuro bot, Saint Tauntus himself. He's going to inform us. He's going to tell us what's been going on in the WuWa space over there in CN, because I don't know what goes on in CN. I don't really pay attention to social media or none of that, but apparently CN is pissed off. He done did pissed off CN, and you know he out there in Kuro Fest, so you got to watch his back, bro. They might get the drop on him. So today we want to find out what's been going on and why people are mad in China regarding this whole situation. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's hop right in.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that the issue ongoing with the Wuthering Waves 2.5 story, all of the drama, the 7 out of 10 score, the clapped walnut, the
clapped walnut is crazy.
Blaming the lack of accountability, it has crossed international waters.
It crossed international waters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm telling y'all, bro. When we play gacha games, when y'all sign up to play gacha games and be part of these online communities, Discords, YouTubers, understand that it's about 20% gaming, 30% crying and raging over our pools in the game, and 50% drama. That's what you sign up for when you play gacha games, okay?
And it appears, ladies and gentlemen, that CN, China themselves, where Genazad is currently at,
where he's currently at, he had to let us know. He's right there, bro. They're going to get the drop on him.
Ending Kurofest, it seems that China is not very happy with what's going on as well. We have John.
No.
We have John.
Homie's called John Seaman. That's crazy.
Over here, a member of Tectone's gacha community who's gone ahead and posted some comments, the thumbnail of what it looks like on Bilibili, and some translated comments for what the
yeah, how many views does this have? Does that have 8 views? Does that have 1,200? 1,200, okay.
Takes are by the viewers in that region. And so we could spend some time just going ahead and reading all the translations over here and stuff, or we could just go ahead and start taking a look ourselves, because it appears that, well, I've gotten access to a Bilibili account, and I can actually see what the comments are in real time. And this is the best part about all of it. It's not just Glaive Keo's video that got...
Bro, I'm telling y'all, Saint be getting on his FBI shit when it comes to when it comes to shit talking people in the Kuro space, bro, in the WuWa space. He be on it, bro. He be searching, bro.
Reposted to CN. It actually turns out that Cosmos ZR's skit regarding...
Yo, we reacted to that video. Check it out on the channel. Pretty good reaction.
The entire issue has also gotten reposted to CN. And boy, oh boy, are there some crazy comments that are coming out of it. So why don't we go ahead, take a look ourselves, and then see what this discussion is all about and what these individuals are saying. Because one thing in particular that you can say about the comments that we're seeing on here is that they would probably dislike Genazad's video. They're probably not very happy with what's actually going on when it comes to his takes. And this is a really, really funny situation. This is a hilarious situation in particular because Genazad has gone ahead and on the record, he said that the hate brigade, the people disagreeing with his takes, the people calling him out are all just...
This man got the pictures and everything. Look, I'm gonna be honest, dog. It's like I was telling you. You gotta watch what you say or be ready for the smack talk, bro. Unless you're willingly participating in the smack talk, watch what you say, bro. You can't be out here saying this, Jenna, and then not expect Saint Tontes to react to your shit, talking shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're just giving fuel to the fire that's gonna grow the fire, and if you don't want the fire to grow, then don't get involved with it. You know, it's that simple. And you done said this, and while Saint does have a lot of influence when it comes to the WuWa community, and he does have a very straightforward, very, you know, hardcore fan base when it comes to the takes, and they do, you know, often agree with what he says, the reality of it is that a lot of the things that were being said to you, Jenna, was by your own people. I'm sure some other people hopped on the bandwagon, but when you were live and you said what you said that triggered people, it was your viewers that got their butt hurt. It was your viewers that started going at you, right? And if you have viewers that were also from Saint watching you, well, they're also your viewers, bro. Y'all sharing viewers at that point. A lot of the, you know, streamers that cover the same game share viewers, and the reality of it is, you knew it was coming, bro. You knew Bobby Lee does not forget, and he does not forgive, and he was going for your neck.
Saint viewers. And this is the thing, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't even have to take his messages that he's repeatedly sent in other Twitch creators' word for it. You can also just go ahead and listen to it from the man himself, from these clips over here. And you want to know why we're watching these clips on Discord instead of Twitch? It's because Genazad decided to delete these clips from his channel. Much like how he...
No, I know what he's gonna say, bro. Listen, that's another thing. It's like, bro, sometimes when it comes to these dramas, and I've said this before, I feel like they're fabricated. Like, they can't be real because there is no way that grown people go out of their way and slip up this many times, bro. Listen, I grew up in a world where the cops were watching. I was doing things I wasn't supposed to. And one thing you learn is don't fuck up. Don't leave trails, bro. How do you go ahead, say a bunch of shit, drop a video where people are talking shit to you, then you delete the video and claim, oh yeah, but look, it was all in the video, but you deleted it. And then you want to prove that it wasn't all that deep and all of that, but then you delete the VOD where you're trying to, you know, show that you weren't all that. Like, it's a lot of things that, to me, feel like it's throwing fuel to the fire. That's why it's hard to believe that a lot of these dramas are genuinely real, bro, because there's no way people be messing up this much when it comes to these certain scenarios, bro.
Deleted the original video that spawned all of this drama in the first place.
I don't know why.
Why don't we listen to a couple of these clips?
It's Saint and 90% of his dick riders. Well, I would say his cult of dick riders. I would say, like, you know, 90% of the hate comments I got are him and the community, basically.
90% of the hate comments that he currently has are because of me and my community, apparently.
Well, yeah, a majority of the comments are absolutely ridiculous. Like, you look at them and it's like, what the actual fuck? Like, they're just complete bad actors, obviously.
And he deleted that video that he's talking about, so no one can verify those comments for himself.
Mostly spread from Saint's community? Well, obviously.
So you can clearly see over here, he has blamed me on numerous outlets for the situation going on. He has blamed me in so many different ways regarding the entire matter. But why is it that CN only needs to take a cursory view of the situation, and they're gonna say stuff like, the problem wasn't that he gave it a 7, but that his reason for giving it a 7 was ridiculous? So, are these comments, are these people that are negative towards genocide, that are, you know, hate comments, are they a part of my community too? Are 90% of these people, are they actually Saint viewers as well? Even though half of my videos, probably like 80% of my videos aren't even on Bilibili, and if they aren't uploaded by me. So, let's go ahead and see what these individuals are saying, because apparently they're my viewers. Let's go ahead, let's get right on into it. Alrighty, first comment up. So those videos of the black guys doing something funny was meant to satirize this. Well, that's a bit of an incorrect description, but I think that this is the video that the comment is talking about. What else? I figured it out. This is the one that we read. Let's continue reading it. The problem isn't that he gave it a 7, but rather his reasoning for it felt ridiculous. The community's dissatisfaction with him erupted when he acted condescendingly, using AoE attacks against other players.
Bro, they said AoE attacks, bro. He hit him with a crit, bro. That's crazy.
This is similar to how someone in the Chinese community recently used Wuthering Waves, which is Ming Chao in China, to encourage players to chase Wuthering Waves away. A 9 or 7 is perfectly normal. The problem lies in his reckless comments. His "you don't spend as much as I do, you don't love the game as much as I do, you clowns have no right to judge me" attitude when challenged.
Yeah, let's be honest, fam. Let's be honest. Look, what triggered a lot of people, bro, in more than anything was this particular thing. You don't spend as much as I do, right? You don't spend as much as I do type of mentality that was displayed, or what some people could have seen as that. The whole, that's why I'm invited to Kuro Fest and y'all are not. That right there, that was all the fuel. The little spark that was there, you know, burning, needed to turn into a shitstorm. That was it, bro. That was, I'm gonna be honest, dude. You talk some shit, and I'm not talking to genocide, I'm talking to anybody. You talk some shit like that to me, I'm gonna talk shit back to you. So you're inviting people. Oh, well, I got more money than you and shit. I'm gonna be like, well, I got a bigger dick. My girl's better than yours. Well, my dad ain't dead. He is, though, but that's what I'll say. Shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be out here talking shit. So you invited people when you decided to flex some shit for no reason whatsoever. That's what really ticked people off, you know?
That's by Wormhead. A World is Full of Smiles responds with, a simple "I'm sorry, I'll definitely read the story carefully next time" can solve the problem, but he has to escalate it to an AoE for the entire player community. I have to teach him a lesson. Dogface. Oh,
I have to teach him a lesson.
oh boy. So, I guess it turns out that for most people looking in on the situation, the natural perspective to have, ladies and gentlemen, is that you are against genocide and you are against the takes that he made. That
That's like generally people want to say it's like that, but it's bro, it's not about the takes. We've been past this in the first reaction that I dropped, and like in probably the seventh video that Saint Tontus dropped. This is probably the 47th video, but we've been past that. It's not about the 7 out of 10, bro.
Is what most people on average thinks that he made. That is what most people on average are feeling after they watch Clay's video, after they see the breakdown of the situation. And as somebody that's been on the front lines of this entire issue, that's covered it the most out of everybody on YouTube, Glaive's video is one of the most faithful representations of the issue that you can actually have at this point. He breaks it down very well, everything that went on and everything that's come out as a result of it. And the thing is, you still have Genozod going in, getting himself stun-locked over what the issue actually has become. And it's insane that people with a fucking language barrier, because they're in China, are able to understand the issue better than him when he is the person that is directly involved in it. Isn't that just baffling? Isn't that just crazy? That's just fucking ridiculous. And there are apparently some comments below over here that are like in Chinese. Oh wait, no, these are from fucking English people and they translated back to Chinese. Oh, never mind. Those are the comments on YouTube. We can well, you can just look those up yourself. If I were to rate his apology video, I would give it a 7 out of 10. This 7 out of 10 meme,
I ain't even gonna lie, I'd give it like a 2 out of 10. That video where that was not a good video,
is so funny that it is being adopted by fucking China, brother. This situation is so ridiculous. It is so fucking absurd that even China is going fully
7 out of 10,
on
chat.
board. Genozod has officially become shitbull Mr. Worldwide because of how absurd his crash out has been. Kuro's plot is done this way with a lot of blank space and deliberate performance in the hope of encouraging players to discuss the plot and debate more, which is what 90% of the community did for version 2.5 and the complex story with Belova. However, it is a bit weird that Europe and the United States have a big fuss because of this reason. Genozod, congratulations. You have once again turned North America into a laughingstock in the gacha space because you have the inability to say sorry.
What does he mean once again? Did Genocide do something before that also caused this type of reaction? I don't know, genuinely. Let me know in the comment section, guys.
We now have the reputation for elevating CCs who are willing to crash out at every single opportunity and make a big deal out of absolutely nothing. And now we are being referred to as the clown region. You know what? I can't even get that mad about it because they're kind of accurate. Because in what universe is it rational for a CC to wish death upon their viewers because they had a light bit of criticism pointed at them?
Damn, Jenna was wishing death upon their viewers? I didn't know that part. That's kind of out there, bro. God damn.
Not a very rational one. So I can understand why CN is saying this. Their concerns are actually very valid. Genozod said he spent more money than everyone here, but isn't he a business owner? Has he ever spent a penny himself? I think he's talking about his viewers like paying for everything for him, which I think is something that did actually occur, where people would like donate money to him so that he would C6 these units.
Hey, yo, listen, guys, if you're watching, whether it's a reaction or live, if you don't want to donate to Jenna so he can S6 his units, I will happily take that burden off your hands, bro. The link for my donos is in the description. Feel free to do it, and I will play gladly. And I watch all my stories. And I also wasn't invited to Kuro Fest, so I can relate to y'all.
Brother, I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of meaner than us. They're kind of meaner than NA. They're taking some heavy shots here. I'm gonna be honest. If anything, NA had the kitty gloves on. And now CN's over here, ready to deal some fucking damage, bro. We were the sub DPS, and I guess now we built up our concerto, and we're outro
Oh,
skilling
no.
over to CN to complete the team's rotation.
Oh,
Genocide,
no.
you are getting passed around like a copy of String Master. I
Oh,
hope you
no.
understand that. Is there
Oh,
any
no.
flow saving? Does that mean summary? I think that means summary. Comments, a spam version. Genocide was inattentive while playing the story, ultimately giving it a 7 out of 10, and saying he found the 2.5 rating difficult to understand. Story. His viewers criticized him. Note, not for giving a low rating, but for calling it difficult to understand without actually playing the story. He then broke down and began attacking and insulting the entire WuWa community. He then contacted his friend Tectone. For the record, Genocide and Tectone are friends, and Asmongold and Tectone are friends. Tectone, blindly helping Genocide without knowing the truth, began to mock the entire WuWa community. This is when his original claim of WuWa players criticizing Genocide for not paying attention to the story and giving random ratings morphed into Wuthering Waves players can't accept low ratings, and the rumors spread across the community.
Oh boy, okay. That was a really good breakdown, like quick.
These guys in CN
Yeah.
are hitting the nail right on the
Yeah.
head with this hammer, and they're doing all of it through one of the biggest language barriers in gacha gaming. They are doing it with one of the biggest language barriers in fucking gacha history right here. Guys, this is how clear and cut the issue
Yeah.
has become.
Basically.
This is how well defined it is. And you'll still have Genocide over here denying reality. Is CN's take on the issue enough for him to realize where
Oh,
the
boy.
fault is actually
7 out of
coming
10,
from?
chat.
That's option A. Or option B, is Genocide gonna blame somebody else again? This is what I think is going to happen. Genocide's going to see what's going on over in CN, and Genocide will proceed to blame Glaive Keo and Cosmo for making their videos. He's going to say that they're spreading misinformation, that they framed the issue in a way that clearly paints him in a negative light, and that's why people in CN are reacting this way. I'm gonna get blamed for covering this and making this vid. Glaive's gonna get blamed for making his video, even though it's an accurate recount of the events. And then Cosmos is gonna be blamed for making a funny skit out of the situation. That's what I think is
I ain't gonna be blamed because I ain't doing shit. I'm just reacting to the shit.
going to happen. Because when we're at the point where it's this clear, everybody in this comment section is in unison about what is going on, and this is the first time they've been introduced to the issue, and they don't have the previous influence, right? They don't have the previous bias that a lot of people on the global side or the EN side have had getting introduced to the situation. I think it's kind of clear what's going on. I think it's really clear what's going on. And it's time for some creators to start actually taking some accountability. But you know he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
You know he won't. Because in the 3 to 4 days since his crash out and since his dog shit apology, he has not been able to keep other people's names out of his mouth when it
He just hit him with the Will Smith. Keep my fucking wife's name out your goddamn mouth.
comes to defending
That's crazy.
himself. And that's the only thing he's done. Just continually defend himself and keep spamming how it's all because of a 7 out of 10. Let's keep reading. I've seen European and American players discussing this, but I didn't expect it to become so big. It shouldn't have happened. But Genocide decided to take a small spark, pour gasoline all over it, turn it into a raging inferno, and then proceed to blame everybody else for creating the spark in the first place.
Okay, it wasn't that deep. Like, it wasn't like the craziest fire, you know, raging inferno. Like, the whole situation is just stupid. It just gets blown out more by people and CCs and, you know, reactions and all of that. But yeah, it was something that could have just been like that. Like, yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Maybe I'll pay more attention to it, blah, 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 blah. That's it. It's over. But that extra comment about the only one getting praised and all of that type of vibes, it was the nail, bro. It was the
It's
nail in the
your guys'
coffin.
fault for making the spark. Who cares if I'm the reason why it's a raging flame right now? It's your guys' fault. The player community is really the biggest victim of the online community. In most cases, the behavior of extreme lunatics directly represents the entire player community, and they are unable to explain themselves. You want to know the most ironic thing that's occurred? Genocide, in his apology
Wave
video,
night mark.
directly outlines the reason for his crash out being the lunatics on Twitter. The lunatics that are, you know, doing all these things. He said that was the actual target for when he said, Kuro bots are worthless. They're too stupid to live. I'm going to Kuro Fest. He said that that's because he was responding to lunatics on Twitter. And unfortunately, his crash out was so severe and so ridiculous, he is now being directly referred to as the actual lunatic.
Yeah, because here's the thing, bro. if you do something and you know someone from your community sends you a link to a post from a random dude talking shit about you on like Twitter, you pop up the post on your stream and say, yo, people like this that do these type of posts are, you know, stupid, crazy, lunatics, broke boys, whatever. People like these that drop these comments and say weird things like this. But when you just sit there and you say, well, these people, and don't even give any sort of reference to who are the people you're referring to, everybody's going to take it as he's just talking about the general public. He's talking about the WuWa community, right? So you got to be a little bit more specific if that's really what you meant, right? To make things simple. And once again, bro, don't leave holes in your story so people could come at you. It's that simple.
WuWa community. He said they were the reason why he crashed out, but now he's the one getting branded as one of those freaks. I feel like it doesn't get much more poetic than this. This author has good logic. Alas, community. Flow-saving version. That's just the summary that we just read. It's just for traffic, but if you want traffic, you should be serious. After all, you are a blogger discussing the plot, not some game operator. It's okay if you don't understand it, even if you are just pretending. To put it bluntly, those who eat traffic, those who eat melons, and those who are full and bored. Do they mean that they're eating cars on the highway? Is that what that translation means? If so,
well, the fact,
crazy,
bro. The fact that there's a language barrier and even people over there get the whole issue should speak for themselves, bro. A lot of these people ain't watching English streamers, ain't watching English CCs, bro. And even they know the gist of what's going on down there.
Communities are so abstract. To be precise, the abstract one is the CC. 1737. This is rough, bro. This is rough, brother. I'm telling you, CN is mean, man. CN is mean. Holy shit. Holy shit. But the dream that wanted to come true has long been in tape.
I still haven't seen no, like, bro, look. I remember in the first reaction that y'all had me, you know, do, Jenna said that it was like some of the worst comments he's ever seen online. I'm gonna be honest, nothing still seems horrible. Like, nothing still seems mean. Like, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't get mad at none of these comments. If I was in his, I mean, I would never be in that position because, you know, I'm built different. But I would never get upset or hurt about none of these comments. You know what I mean? Like, nothing seems bad.
In darkness and lies, the arrogant leader who seems to have everything is nothing more than a pitiful and hateful person who indulges in a fantasy bubble. Let me repeat the official statement.
Cool.
The Wanderer will eventually come out of the hypocritical salvation and end the meaningless sacrifice of others saving the world. However, players only pay attention to Frollo and did not notice the official foreshadowing of the Wanderer. They're talking about Rover here, not Genocide, guys. They're talking about Rover here. They're talking about Rover here. That was a story translation. Relax. Yeah, I know you all thought they're referring to him over here, but Wanderer means Rover in Chinese. To put it bluntly, giving it a 7 is nothing. Mocking the community is the biggest sin.
Yep.
If I were this anchor and saw something going on, I would just start a live broadcast and watch the recorded broadcast with the barrage, go through the plot together, and discuss it. That's it. This guy chose a path of no return and scolded the audience and the community. He is also a god. He really deserves it. Ladies and gentlemen, is it becoming more clear what the immediate reaction is?
I don't think that intro to his video where he was like apologizing did a good job, bro.
Somebody sees these clips. This is what the people in CN saw.
Thoughts are a waste of breath, bro.
And that's the takeaway that they're getting from the moment. They get what he's saying. They get a translation.
I haven't even looked at the...
And those are the takes that they're ready to go with. And so at the end of the day, guys, is 90% of Billy my viewers? Or is it that Jetazod has fucked up tremendously and is being completely, absolutely, without a doubt, completely delusional right now? Which is true? What is the actuality?
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Did he really mess up that bad or nah? It's all cool. Was it just a 7 out
Because
of 10?
he's managed to paint this narrative that all of Global, all of EN is reacting this way solely because of me. It's 90% my responsibility why EN is acting this way. Why is it that when CN hears about it for the first time, they react in the same exact way as Global? And it's a different content creator whose video they're watching. This is Glaive's video, not mine. So why do all of the viewers and the commenters have the same take as me? Just wait for the personal attacks against Glaive. They're coming. Wait for the personal attacks against Cosmo. They're coming.
Oh boy.
Because instead of taking any sense of accountability, apologizing, addressing the issue, and moving on, you know how this creator is going to react. You know what they're going to do. So let this be an opportunity for Genazad to finally break the mold for a single time in his life. To stop for a single second blaming everybody else for the issues that he has caused for himself. Because according to him, it's never his fault. And I provided so many pieces of evidence. I've already provided so many pieces of fucking proof that what he's saying over here is complete, utter bullshit. Do not let him spread any more of these tainted fucking narratives, because you know that this guy, at least in this issue, does not have a genuine bone in his body when addressing his own wrongdoings.
Oh,
so
boy.
yeah, that's that, ladies and gentlemen. That's the issue. I hope that we have gone ahead and we've addressed all of the personal wrongdoings that we might have committed, because I am not going to take responsibility for somebody else's crash out. I am not going to be a person that takes the blame for somebody else fucking up just because I happen to be their own personal boogeyman. Because
Alright, bro, listen, my take on this whole scenario is it's stupid, right? But Genocide is just, he's putting himself out there to let the situation grow. Now, we'll see what happens. Y'all think Saint Tontus is right and Genocide is actually going to double down and then go after Glaive and everybody else that's been involved here? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We do have new content for Withering Waves on the way, so we're about to leave the dry, you know, season for content. So we might go into the, you know, the live stream content, and then after that we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, stupid situation. It evolved when it didn't need to, and in all honesty, bro, like that reaction from like comments, you just got to learn to manage things better. I still have no problem towards Jenna. I still have no problem towards Saint, but that's going to be it for my take. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this. Hopefully, we'll move on to new content, new showcases, new characters, and new drama, because that's just the way things flow in the gacha space. I'll see you guys on the next one, and peace. There we go. All right, boys. Y'all got me reacting to 2 to 3 videos every day. This what it feels to be a react streamer. I reacted to all 3 videos y'all sent me. All 3 of them, folks. Oh, boy. Yo, my camera's all the way up there. Hold on. There you go. 2.6 better come faster. We're gonna tear each other up. Facts. I'm afraid the drama scene most likely to be dry for some time. Yeah, the drama scene is definitely gonna be dry for a little bit. It's definitely gonna be dry, and then we're gonna beat all the content, and then it's gonna go back to being some drama, bro. Because that's just the way it is. Like, recently I was kind of bored with content in WuWa, and I was like, not bored, but like trying to find what content to make in Withering Waves, and I was like, I don't know what guides to make. Withering Waves is so straightforward. It doesn't really leave room for guide making or anything. And I just look at the scene and boom, drama everywhere. Everybody making dramatic videos. Very few people don't make dramatic videos, but a lot of people make drama. So I was like, oh, shit, I'm gonna just react to the shit, I guess. Actually was watching another video on 2 creators talking about stuff happening in WuWa. One of them gave the For Lova story 7 out of 10 too. He has no clue about the Jenna situation. It was funny as shit. That's actually pretty funny. Homie just gave it a 7 out of 10 and then everybody started laughing. Thought he was clowning. Trust me, next patch will be peak, and then we'll have discussions for 1 week. After that, another drama will happen. Oh, no, I trust you. That is how it goes every single time, for sure. We just gotta see. Like, I feel that it's like a battle royale, right? Right now, you have the WWE champion, Saint Tontus, and then every other person that hops in the rings gets smoked. I don't get smoked. I'm the GOAT. But I also don't get involved in dumb drama like that, because, like I genuinely don't know how you put yourself in those type of situations. I really don't. Like, crashing out on stream against viewers and things like that. Like, you know. Oh, snap. I don't. I swipe away so fast from drama. Was even too scared to post my Prolova reaction. Never be scared to post your reaction. Drama is only there if you let it be there, bro. Right? Like, if you say something and people start talking shit to you, just, it is what it is. I can't lie, I skipped all of the arena C to act. I just want my ass rights and residence changed. Perfectly fine. People, there are tons of people that don't play these games for the story. Some people be like, I just skipped the story. Ain't no wrong with it. If that's what you like, you know? That's what you like. No reason why you should be forced to play the story if that's not what you like. Hold on, let me grab these. Some people just can't help it. True. Some people can't help it. I stopped following, subbing to most of the people that turned to drama farming. Yeah. Like, me personally, if you guys watch my streams, I try to be entertaining. I definitely try to play the game a lot, mid-max, all of that, and I play a lot. The only times you'll see me getting involved with drama is when it's just rotating around the community, right? But I won't be part of the drama. I've been part of a few dramas here and there, but it's not what I usually like to do content. It's hard with WuWa, though. It feels like the mainstream for WuWa is just talk about the new patch, talk about the new characters, maybe a couple of game modes, and then it just all revolves around drama after that. The fuck is this thing at? Shit. But to be honest, drama will dry out if the collab CC will just create like a 2-minute sincere apology, but I guess it's hard to apologize if you have God ego. I don't even, like, you know what the problem is? Like, I feel that a sincere apology would be good, but I feel that even that would be turned around. Like, oh, it took you this long to finally drop it. You already dropped one, blah, blah. Like, the only thing that's going to blow this whole thing over is new content dropping from the game. That's it. Because then all the videos that are going to drop are going to be about the new content. The newer characters, how Augusta looks amazing, how the new area this, how the new game mode that. That's probably the only thing. Just time. I've been trying to tune into WuWa. I just got back into the game to roll for Augusta, and all the streamers are reacting to this tense shit. Yeah, all the streamers are I mean, to be fair, I did play for about 2 hours. I play the game for about 2 hours, and then I do reactions. Sometimes I'll play for like an hour. It really depends what we got going on. And then I'll do reactions. Because a lot of people want to see me doing reactions again. So, I'm hopping back into reactions. Have I seen Saint Tontus's newest vid? I don't know. I reacted to a video just now about people on CN having an issue with it. Did he drop another one, bro? Bro, Saint be on that shit like a reporter, dude. Shit's insane. But no, I have not seen it. There are some topics talked about WuWa. Like, recently I've done 2 reaction videos to things regarding how to improve the game, right? And I obviously dropped my own opinions in there, but this is some of the content that floats around this space, so I kind of just reacted to it. He's farming him like a tacit field on 2 times drops, bro. That's crazy. So you're saying he dropped another video? Oh boy, we'll react to that shit tomorrow, bro. We ain't doing another drama Saint Jenna reaction today. I'm sure some of you will post it on the Discord for me to react. Oh, yeah, he did. I have not seen that. My trauma. It's a 2-hour video? Did he react to my video? What the fuck? I mean, I just dropped a 2-hour video, bro. Oh, no, that's a 2-hour video. That's a VOD, bro. That ain't no video. I can't react to that shit. I react to that shit? That's like a 4-hour reaction by me. Bro, we wildin'. I dropped a 2-hour video. Bro, is his 2-hour video longer than my 2-hour video? Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Okay, we have beef now. My trauma with Saint Pontus. I dropped a 2-hour and 5-minute video, and this man has to drop a 2-hour and 11-minute video. Why he has to one-up me like that? That's crazy, bro. That's the real trauma right here. Can't even let a motherfucker be successful, bro. That all I wanted was my nice little 2-hour video, and he drops his bigger video. That's crazy. It's all jokes, by the way. Hey, he's on the grind, bro. He doing his thing, bro. Oh, it was 2 hours because he literally did a podcast with some creator. Oh. Okay. Hey, we'll watch that, a piece of that video tomorrow. I'm sure you guys are going to send it to me. But yeah, man. There's been a lot of stuff going on. It's been a lot of stuff. I'm going to kill like 2-3 more of these things, and then I'm going to hop off to chill out for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Because I've been doing double time the last few days, bro. Double time, long 2-3 hour streams. And on top of that, I've been doing reactions and all that stuff. So, yeah. Let's see. Nah, he's still in there, bro. I don't know that whole situation. You're gonna go around the map? Alright, let's see. I think that's gonna be it, chat. I'm not getting any more echoes. Obligatory? That's crazy. Alright, boys, listen. Make sure y'all join the Discord with !Discord. We're live every single day. We chat it up. I'm gonna see if I can do some early streams maybe next week. Not like every day, but some days, just to hit up some other people, another, you know, demographic. But overall, usually night times is going to be my stream time since I can't seem to fix my schedule. But for now, I love y'all. Have a wonderful night. Appreciate y'all for tuning out, chatting it up as I'm streaming. And I will see you all tomorrow. Make sure you join the YouTube channel. We got videos dropping every day, and you might catch yourselves in the comments. And once things are back on track, I will start doing Battle Pass and Loot Night giveaways again. For now, thank you all, and peace.
Don't care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're